before, and now the University of Alabama is getting more than $1 million from the Justice Department to help rural school systems create individual safety plans. It's called the Bama Stop program, and it uses community partnerships to train and educate school employees, students, and families to reduce school violence and improve school culture. Each plan will be specifically designed for a particular school depending on what their needs are. They will work to address gun violence, bullying, and other forms of conflict.
We're hoping to reduce the amount of conflict, and that translates into how much violence actually happens within the school system.
We're partnering with 6 different counties, 14 different schools. We had been working with their administrators, their counselors to get letters of support, to look at what would work for them.
And they will implement the Bama Stop programs in schools in places like Choctaw, Greene, Marengo, and Sumter counties. If you've been thinking of buying a new electric vehicle, now could be a good time to do it. Companies are offering discounts because of growing competition and also some other issues with consumers. The Tesla Model 3 base price is down 17% over the last year. Other automakers are offering deals to compete. Hybrids are an exception since consumers seem more interested in those vehicles. Well, many working Americans
on a video, he started probably not during McNamara. Interesting, but the son of the Hamas founders
of locking in affordable health care and making it tough to do with premiums continuing to go up. Before Laura Aguirre.
We have the speaker. All right, so down to 8 candidates. Those candidates are Donald Trump, Donald Trump Jr., Eric Trump, Melania Trump, Barron Trump, Ivanka Trump. She dropped out. Sparky, yeah, she's back in. Sparky Trump, which is the family guy, and of course,
those price points represent an average increase of around $500. For single coverage, the tab for employees is about $1,400 a year, a $75 bump.
Again,
Ray does have some pointers on choosing a healthcare plan going forward.
It's like a game. It's like a TikTok challenge or something. It really is. How long can we go without a speaker? And how many people, really it's about who gets the most votes. That
There's also the annual out-of-pocket maximum. And once that's met, most plans cover services 100% for the rest of the year.
This is Red Eye Radio on Westwood One.
Shell Rotella with advanced synthetic technology is designed to help keep your rig running with more mileage and less maintenance.
When you call Consumer Cellular's customer support to discuss our affordable and flexible phone plans, it's like you're calling the Declaration of Independence or baseball game, because Consumer Cellular's customer support is based in the United States, and Consumer Cellular's customer support agents are from where you're from, the same small town that you're from, the one that stretches from California to Maine, Minnesota to Corpus Christi, Texas, the one that cares about its neighbors, lights fireworks, legal ones, in the street. So the next time you want to make a phone call that feels like an American flag waving at an air show at magic hour, give us a call. Even if it's for no reason at all, except to exchange barbecue sauce recipes like a couple of Americans. Or make jokes about Canadians. LOL, just kidding. We love Canadians. They're our neighbors. Consumer Cellular. When freedom calls, we're here to answer. Call us at 1-888-FREEDOM.
Tom Bodette here, wondering how many animals have to cross a stretch of road to warrant their own crossing sign. And how do they know it's not the same moose just going back and forth? Well, Motel 6 should put up a sign that says trucker crossing, because with plenty of truck parking and discount code CP Red Eye, truckers flock to Motel 6 like a moose to a, well, you know the saying. I'm Tom Bodette for Motel 6, and we'll leave the light on for you.
Red Eye Radio and our sponsors are devoted to trucking safety. That's why we are proud to bring you the Red Eye Radio Million Mile Club. We've been saluting drivers who have surpassed the million-mile mark with preventable accident-free driving. By reaching this milestone, you could be a part of an elite club of drivers who share remarkable safety records and demonstrate superior driving skills. If you or someone you know is a truck driver with 1 million miles or more of driving under your belt without a preventable accident, register online at redeyeradioshow.com. That's redeyeradioshow.com. The Red Eye Radio Million Mile Club would not be possible without the generous support of the fine folks from Petro Stopping Centers, House Lubricator, Motel 6, the St. Christopher Fund, and Cat Scale. We applaud the individual truckers and fleets who drive with care and keep our highways safe. The Red Eye Radio Million Mile Club, devoted to trucking safety. Register online at redeyeradioshow.com.
Overdrive, decades-running pride and polished custom truck beauty competition this year ran a little later in the truck show season than usual. The virtual competition was scheduled to put a cap on an in-person show season. Overdrive collected dozens of competitive entries in 7 categories, put them all up for an audience vote, and unveiled the winner in an online presentation this fall that you can access at overdriveonline.com. Navigate to the pride and polish section. Also there, read profiles of each winner as the weeks go by to close out the year. Again, that's overdriveonline.com.
News Radio 1440 WLWIAM, the home of Sean Hannity. Also on 95.1 HD3 FM, Montgomery, Alabama. A Cumulus media station.
This is CBS News on the Hour, presented by Indeed.com.
I'm Deborah Rodriguez. An 85-year-old Israeli taken hostage by Hamas at a kibbutz in southern Israel is speaking out about her time in captivity after she and another elderly woman were released. Yocheved Lifshit's daughter translated for her mother, who described the place she was taken to in Gaza.
There, they walked for a few kilometers on the wet ground. There are a huge network of tunnels underneath. It looks like a spider web.
Lifshit's husband is among more than 200 hostages still being held. Israeli defense forces say they've hit what they call more than 400 terrorist targets over the last 24 hours. CBS's Tony DeCopel is in Ashkelon, where he spoke with the IDF's Daniel Hagari.
These pictures every day of women and children in the rubble, it doesn't help your cause.
This is a tough fight, but it shows the face of Hamas using the Gazans as human shield.
Here in the U.S., a seemingly never-ending endeavor to elect a House Speaker continues as Republicans get ready to vote on a slate of 8 remaining candidates. Florida's Matt Gaetz orchestrated Kevin McCarthy's ouster 3 weeks ago.
We'll go from this current group down to our designee, and I hope it's a productive endeavor.
An off-duty pilot who officials say tried to shut down the plane's engines in mid-flight is scheduled to appear in court today to face attempted murder charges. CBS's Wendy Gillette.
Anyone who's a human being freaked out in that moment.
Seattle resident Paul Stephen was on the Horizon flight heading to San Francisco when it made an emergency landing in Portland, Oregon.
We were told there was an event happening. We weren't told what type, so what goes through your head is a plane issue, a pilot issue, a passenger having an issue.
He later learned off-duty pilot Joseph Emerson, who was sitting in an extra seat in the cockpit, tried to pull a handle to shut down the plane's engines.
Washington State Senator Jeff Wilson's been granted bail in Hong Kong after he was arrested Friday when he arrived on a flight from San Francisco, and airport security found a pistol in his carry-on luggage. The Republican lawmaker says he didn't realize the gun was in his briefcase till he was halfway to his destination. Striking actors in Hollywood studios are expected to resume negotiating today. Syracuse pop culture professor Robert Thompson.
I mean, this has been an ongoing drama in and of itself, where the actors, not as paid actors, but simply as strikers, have been part of the drama.
They walked out more than 100 days ago. S&P futures are up 20. This is CBS News.
Got to tell me.
Because Indeed's all-in-one hiring solution helps you attract, interview, and hire candidates all in one place. Visit Indeed.com/credit.
Sarusha's window washing business is reaching new heights. They need more certified cleaners to keep online reviews crystal clear. Indeed can help them hire great people fast. Indeed you do. Our hiring platform instantly connects you with quality candidates, and you can schedule and conduct virtual interviews right from the Indeed dashboard. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how's the back pain now? 22.
Wonky work from home desks have Dane's Acupuncture booked up.
You need to get in.
But finding more practitioners has them on pins and needles.
You know my lunch is in 20 minutes. How fast can you get here?
Indeed can help them hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. InstaMatch instantly connects you with quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed match your sponsored job description. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Boeing's falling even further behind in its quest to fly a human spacecraft to the ISS.
The headline on the NASA blog page says progress continues. The Boeing Starliner crew capsule has had yet another delay. Technical problems have plagued the Starliner from the start. Now its first crew launch has been pushed back from next March to April. NASA says it's to better accommodate crew rotation and cargo requirements for the International Space Station. Competitor SpaceX has sent 8 NASA crews to the station in the last 3.5 years. Peter King, CBS News, Orlando.
The Rangers are going to the World Series.
Here's the fly ball. Now 1 second. Back goes
Garcia homered twice, blasting Texas past the Astros 11-4 in Game 7 of the ALCS on Fox. Rangers play the winner of tonight's Phillies-D-backs game. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actually invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
4 out of 5 employers who post a job in ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate to the site within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, just go to this exclusive web address, ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Trying and failing to drink less or quit. Hi, I'm Jonathan, founder of More Health. I know how scary drinking too much can be because I struggled with alcohol misuse for most of my adult life. But I also know that it is possible to drink less or quit. And medication can help. Naltrexone is a safe, effective medication that makes it easier to cut back or quit drinking, so you don't have to rely on willpower alone. I started More Health to make access to naltrexone convenient and private, to help people like me regain control over alcohol.
If you're ready to stop drinking or just drink less, text WILL to 323232 to get a secure link to OrHealth's private online assessment. Our licensed medical professionals will evaluate your assessment, and if medication is right for you, prescribe it online. We'll deliver your prescription right to your door. No doctor's office visits required. Text the word WILL to 323232 to get started today. That's WILL to 323232.
In 1995, veteran police officer Michael Chappell was convicted of armed robbery and murder and has spent the past 30 years in prison. The true crime podcast, In the Land of Lies, explores the untold side of this story, one that could prove Michael Chappell is actually innocent. See why people are calling In the Land of Lies incredible, phenomenal, and a must-hear podcast. Binge the entire series now, and new episodes are coming soon. Imperative Entertainment presents In the Land of Lies. Get the podcast wherever you listen.
Don't miss Sean Hannity.
Biden incoherently adheres
Live this afternoon at 2 p.m. on News Radio 1440. Your WSFA First Alert weather forecast on News Radio 1440.
Sponsored by Lowe's. Klein tools are new at Lowe's. Right now, get the new Klein 3-piece Modbox mobile workstation exclusively at Lowe's for just $319.94. Because Lowe's knows tools. Lowe's knows pros.
Mainly sunny skies for your Tuesday. Temperatures warm again in the lower 80s. The wind will be generally light, around 5 to 10 miles per hour. It may go above 10 miles per hour, the wind at times, but it will not be an overly breezy day. Tonight we're down into the mid-50s again, very comfortable. Some spots may hang in the upper 50s, mainly clear skies. We'll call it mostly sunny to partly cloudy for the rest of the week. Low 80s Wednesday, mid 80s for many Thursday and Friday.
That's your first alert forecast. I'm meteorologist Tyler Seabury for News Radio 1440.
Montgomery Skywatch traffic brought to you by Sons Automotive, family owned, family driven on News Radio 1440.
Good morning, Montgomery. Right now, things are looking good. Your Tuesday kicks off with no major problems or accidents. Interstate systems moving smoothly into and through the Tri-County area from Clanton, Auburn, Greenville. No problems on 231 south out of Wetumpka, north out of Troy. Keep listening. We'll keep you posted. Fall is here, and Festival Plaza has it all. Shop Playhouse Plaza, ABC Beverage and more. Festival Plaza, Taylor and Vaughn. A Colliers managed development. Buckle up. It's the law. For Montgomery Skywatch traffic, this is Major Delay.
Good morning, I'm Jed Davis. Here's what's happening in the news on this Tuesday. A woman is behind bars this morning after a weekend shooting in the Prattville Walmart parking lot.
She looked like a man.
Domestic violence and reckless endangerment.
She looks like a man.
Twice, once in the leg and in the hip, while he's holding a child. We say the victim has non-life-threatening injuries. The man accused of killing Lowndes County Sheriff Big John Williams will now stand trial in Macon County next October. William Johnson's lawyers want that trial moved.
Next October?
Coverage of Sheriff Williams' killing would make it impossible to find an unbiased jury. The sheriff was shot and killed in 2019 at a gas station in Hayesville. The effort to elect a new GOP House Speaker will continue today. It's been 3 weeks since Kevin McCarthy was removed from that spot. One Republican representative dropped out of the race Monday, leaving 8 others still in the race. The House GOP is set to vote again for a speaker today. That's your news on this Tuesday.
At SimpliSafe, our award-winning home security has advanced sensors, HD cameras, and now this 24/7 lifeguard protection, only from SimpliSafe. Monitoring agents can see and speak to intruders through our indoor camera to help stop crime in real time and for fast police response. Now get 45% off any new system with Fast Protect monitoring at simplisafe.com/radio. Advanced home security, 24/7 professional monitoring for less than $1 a day. There's no safe like SimpliSafe.
This is Scott Trout at Cordell & Cordell. If you're a dad who's facing divorce, there are extra layers of stress that may include stereotypes and assumptions. No two situations are the same. Our legal experience and dedication prepare us for whatever legal challenges we face together. For more than 30 years, Cordell & Cordell has represented men in divorce.
For matters in Tennessee, visit CordellCordell.com. 200 West Martin Luther King Boulevard, Suite 1000, Chattanooga, Tennessee, 37402. No representation is made that the quality of legal services to be performed is greater than the quality of legal services performed by other lawyers.
Diabetes, high blood pressure, anxiety meds, everyone's on them. If you're a 50-year-old male, maybe a bit porky, and you may even have type 2 diabetes, $1 million of term insurance may only cost you about $200 a month. Call Term Provider. Speak with Big Lou at 800-511-3535. Big Lou will find a term life policy for you even if you have type 2 diabetes, are overweight, or have high blood pressure. Term Provider has helped thousands of people like you who think they can't afford term life insurance. To buy $1 million of affordable term life for you, all you need to do is call Big Lou at 800-511-3535. Lou will make sure the scales are tipped in your favor. Call 800-511-3535. Big Lou will answer your call and work to fit you into a term life policy that you can afford. Remember, Big Lou's like you. He's on meds too. Call 800-511-3535, 800-511-3535, or biglou.com.
At Guardian Credit Union, we believe that banking should be personal, just like the relationships we build with members. Imagine a place where you're not just a credit score, but a valued part of our community. At Guardian, our dedicated team takes the time to listen, understand, and tailor financial solutions that fit your unique needs. From buying a car to saving for college and even starting a small business, we've got you covered. Come experience the Guardian difference and let's achieve your financial goals together. Guardian Credit Union, where you belong. Federally insured by NCUA.
O'Reilly Auto Parts' new Brake Vest Select program raises the bar for the best aftermarket domestic brake pads and rotors available. For vehicle-specific friction formulations, Quiet-Tech noise-canceling shims, and stainless steel hardware, choose Brake Vest Select Pro. Professional-grade brakes from the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts. O'Reilly Auto Parts.
With Liberty Mutual, you can customize and save hundreds on your car insurance. But what to buy with those savings? Yep, I bought a sound effects machine.
Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com. Savings may vary, underwritten by Liberty Mutual Insurance Company affiliates, excludes Massachusetts.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
It's Liberty, Liberty. And boy, do we have what you need. We have mums of every color. Corn stalks will be in soon. Pumpkins. We have fall flowers and fall vegetables. And don't forget to check out our Facebook page, Mama's Produce. We post what we have as soon as it comes in so that you're right there. Check out our gift ideas as well. Y'all come on down to Mama's, right next to Prattville Farm Center, 1154 South Memorial Drive. Everybody loves Mama's.
Everybody.
Hunting season is here. It's time for you to get on over to Prattville Farm Center. Here's Randy to tell you all that he's got on the shelf for you to buy.
Got some good deals. We have seed and beef cheese, WMS, Pennington, Kelly seed. We have every kind of seed you could possibly want. So y'all come on down here and we'll get them green fields planted. By the way, if you need sprayer parts for your equipment, we got that too. Come on down. 1154 South Memorial Drive in Prattville, 365-5400, 365-5400.
Telling it like it really is.
That's the fact, Jack.
It's the Dan Bongino Show, weekdays from 11 to 2 on News Radio 1440.
Yes, yes, yes. All righty then.
Sometimes you need to reset, refocus on your day. The moment where you take a deep breath and change the focus from the problem to the problem solver. This is Decisions with Kevin Elkins.
All right, time to go to work. Time to go to work.
And the sun does not appear.
I'll be here. And good morning, Montgomery, Alabama. It is time to rise and shine once again. For it is once again that you're on top of the ground, and the ground's not on top of you. I'd say that's something to be thankful for this morning. Good morning to you. I'm Kevin Elkins, and this is News Radio 1440. It is time to rise and shine if you can. It's time for our daily bread, a word from on high, something that'll change your perspective or give you a new one. Either way, it's good for the soul. Good morning. It is October the 24th, 2023 AD. Today's daily bread is simply entitled, something that we all need to hear sometimes, don't lose heart. Our scripture insight today comes from 2 Corinthians 4:16 through 18. But 2 Corinthians 4:16 reads, we do not lose heart, though outwardly we are wasting away. Yet inwardly we are being renewed day by day. Govern yourselves accordingly. And again, good morning. Again, it's October the 24th. It is a day that has never been. And it is a day, believe me, that once it's gone, it will never, ever come again. You don't get a do-over. You don't get it back. You don't get to summon it from the past. You don't get to come back and do all the things today that you should have done that you don't. And you certainly don't get a chance to come back and undo the things that you do. So whatever you do with this day, October the 24th, make sure that if tomorrow should be, you'll be proud of what you have done this day. If you've been around a while, you've seen, you've heard many, many yesterdays. And if we are blessed and given the mercy, grace, and charity of God, we may, I'm not sure, we may see some tomorrows. But if tomorrow should never be, then it is this day that is the first day of the rest of your life. What are you going to do with it? Well, whatever you do, while you can, for as long as you can, until you can't, Reach back every once in a while and give somebody else a helping hand along the way. You'll be glad you did. Visualizer May said, whatever we do in life, we should do it so well, no man living, no man dead, no man yet to be born can do it any better. And I say that is the standard by which you live your life. You'll always be successful. Oh, you'll fail at a thing or two. We all do. But you'll never be a failure until you quit. We say, give out if you must. Rest if you can. But you never quit. You never give up. Because quitters never win. And while winners may lose at a thing or two, they never quit. So don't you. And no matter what happens this day, remember, it is still a great day to be alive. Don't lose heart. That's our daily breath for this day, October the 24th, 2023. We'll be back, hopefully.
Welcome to today's encouragement from Our Daily Bread. Our reading titled, Don't Lose Heart, was written by Cindy Hess Casper. I don't remember a time when my mom, Dorothy, was in good health. For many years as a brittle diabetic, her blood sugar was wildly erratic. Complications developed, and her damaged kidneys necessitated permanent dialysis. Neuropathy and broken bones resulted in the use of a wheelchair. Her eyesight began to regress toward blindness. But as her body failed her, Mom's prayer life grew more vigorous. She spent hours praying for others to know and experience the love of God. Precious words of Scripture grew sweeter to her. Before her eyesight faded, she wrote a letter to her sister Marjorie, including words from 2 Corinthians 4. We do not lose heart, though outwardly we are wasting away, yet inwardly we are being renewed day by day. The Apostle Paul knew how easy it is to lose heart. In 2 Corinthians chapter 11, he describes his life as one of danger, pain, and deprivation. Yet he viewed those troubles as temporary, and he encouraged us to think not only about what we see, but also about what we can't see, that which is eternal. Despite what's happening to us, our loving Father is continuing our inner renewal every day. His presence with us is sure. Through the gift of prayer, He's only a breath away, and His promises to strengthen us and give us hope and joy remain true. Today's Our Daily Bread devotional scripture reading is from 2 Corinthians chapter 4, verses 16 through 18. Therefore, we do not lose heart. Though outwardly we are wasting away, yet inwardly we are being renewed day by day. For our light and momentary troubles are achieving for us an eternal glory that far outweighs them all. So we fix our eyes not on what is seen, but on what is unseen, since what is seen is temporary, but what is unseen is eternal. Let's pray. Precious Father, we thank you for your faithful love and the assurance of your presence. Renew our spirit day by day and give us hope, even in our most difficult circumstances. Thank you, Lord. It's in Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Thanks for listening. My name is Rochelle Traub, and today's encouragement was provided by Our Daily Bread Ministries.
Course. Oh, teach. Who?
Time to rise and shine. Come on now. Let's get it done. Every day we run to the sun. No sweat, not yet. Down in the mess hall on my knees.
Down in the mess hall on my knees.
We got nothing to eat but a can of beans. Sorry about that.
Can of beans.
The bread is moldy and the meat was bad. Come on, not really, not really. You know darn well that you can't eat that.
Hey, you know
I've eaten worse.
that you can't eat that.
Here we go. All the way. Gotta be rough and tough. All the way. When I was young, always wanted to be in the 82nd Airborne, easing the breeze. Now that I'm here, I'm gonna do it right. Jump from an aircraft while in flight. Come on now, it's time to rise and shine. You're wasting daylight. Wasting daylight. Is it daylight yet? Close to it.
Airborne all the way, driving on.
Driving on.
Early one morning in the drizzling rain.
Well, I picked up my parachute and boarded the plane. Jump master said 1 minute to go. Green light lead with a cheering blow. All right, if you never jump, you don't know nothing about that. Don't worry about it. Just keep singing.
Driving on.
Driving on.
Driving on all the way, airborne, airborne all the way, driving on, driving on, driving on. Here we go.
Here we go.
All the way.
All the way.
Gotta be.
Gotta be rough and tough. Airborne. All the way. Okay, for those who don't know what that is all about, don't even worry about it. Just keep singing the song. Okay? Oh, no PT today? No PT today. No PT, okay? We look at. We got PT 3 days a week. We are the reserve crew, okay? Because by the time they call us, the war's probably over anyway, and we probably lost. But I got my boots shined, my uniform ready to go, just in case the old timers get the call. Okay, I'm just thinking. All right, so we'll okay. So don't y'all worry about it. We got it going. We got this handled. We good. And now, since they are the only people in this city and state that do this, we honor all of our armed forces every single morning. Because freedom is not free. Somebody pays the price for it. It's called pulling maintenance. There are those that pull maintenance, and then there are those that are just cargo. Which one are you? Good morning to you. Now, let's pay homage to the Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, Coast Guard, and Space Force. Okay, we haven't figured out what Space Force actually does yet. But maybe somebody come over one day and explain it to me, okay? Because I got to go to Maxwell and just take a tour and see what's going on, all right? I think I still got my security clearance. We'll see when I get out there if they stop me at the gate. Another day to be thankful to be on top of the ground rather than the ground being on top of you. So let's get motivated. Let's get up. Make something happen today. Go after some of your dreams and stop being a nightmare to other people. Oh. And good morning to Maxwell and Gunner Air Force Base. I know Maxwell. Maxwell is a nice Air Force base, just in case you get to Montgomery. I think we can get a hop out of there if you need to go somewhere in a hurry and they're going your way. They'll give you a ride. I think we still got hops. I'm not sure. Hopefully we do. Anyway, good morning to them. Got to pay homage. After all, they put the air in airborne. Well, actually, we did, but, you know, we gave them their own branch of service in 1947. Yeah. After World War II. Yeah, we got them. They'll be thankful to the Army. And last but certainly not least, their motto is Semper Fidelis. But they couldn't pronounce it, so they cut it short to Simplify. But whether it's Semper Fidelis or Simplify, it means the same thing. Always faithful. Good morning, jarheads and my army dogs. I don't know much about the Navy. I don't. Too much water. Yeah, I thought about joining the Navy. Like 13 seconds. Yeah, the Air Force and the Navy are the only branches of service you can't run any place. Okay? See, the Marines say they don't believe in retreat. I do. Okay? We don't call it retreating. We call it rearranging. Okay? We're rearranging where we are in order to fight the battle someplace else. Okay, I'm just saying. But the Navy, now you have to think about this for a second. You got all that water out there, right? All that water. Now, no matter how big your ship is, okay, at the end of the day, it's gonna sink. Okay. And I was on the Kitty Hawk one time, and I was kept worrying about that. Well, what if somebody bombs us? What if somebody hits us with some submarine or some ballistic missile, or whatever the case may be? I said, it's all over. I'm just a memory. Oh, nobody's even going to remember my name. Okay. So when I got back to San Diego, I wasn't in the Navy, but I was doing duty with the Marine Corps. Yeah, I know. Y'all don't know that. We were the Rangers and the Marines were on a looked like what's called because I didn't have no rank then to know what the hell was going on. But it looked like we were doing whatever it is, something. We were doing something together. Okay, a combined mission. Okay, and of course I will admit to you, I got a lot. I can't lie to you. When we got down to Coronado, that morning, that a morning before, they were sleeping. Yeah, we jumped in, and they were sleeping. I mean, the Marines were asleep. Then how the hell you guys guarding the beachhead if you're sleeping? I mean, if we'd have been the Japanese or somebody back in World War I, we'd have took them over. Okay, I'm just saying. So y'all need to wake up sometimes. Don't be sleeping out there on guard, dude. All right, that's another thing. Now, let me take a break, and we shall come back to lessons of life and the word of the day. Now, the word of the day is an interesting word. It's a good word. If you can use this one in school today, you'll probably get some extra on your plate for lunch. Okay, I'm just saying you might can do that. So let me take a little break here, and we'll come back and hopefully have a conversation about something. But first, I'm just going to tell you, let's have a serious talk. And it's about a killer, and its name is fentanyl. Did you know that more than 1,400 Alabamians died in 2021 from drug overdoses? It is time to have a conversation about substance abuse. Hope is real. Recovery is real. And if you or a member of your family or friends are suffering from substance use disorder, call the Council on Substance Abuse or COSA now. 334-262-1629. 334-262-1639. Or go to COSANCADD.org. Let's get some help today. Call COSA again, 334-262-1629, and get the help that you need right now. That's how serious the conversation is. And we shall return uno momento right after the commercial messages. So don't go any place. All right, please don't go any place because I'm trying to get it right here. All right. Let me stop that right quick. We'll come back. We'll be back right after these messages. It is 6:33 in the morning. If you got to be there by 7 o'clock, you got 27 minutes by which to arrive. And if you live by 6, just tell them there was like a traffic on the road. You wouldn't be lying. You would not be lying. It is traffic on the road. You didn't say there was an accident. You just said there was traffic on the road. A lot of traffic. A lot of traffic. We'll be back. Good morning to you, Montgomery. It's time to rise and shine if you can.
On schedule at vaccines.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Mainly sunny skies for your Tuesday. Temperatures warm again in the lower 80s. Will be generally right around 5 to 10 miles per hour. This will go less than miles per hour. But it will not be a breezy day. Tonight, the average will be 50 days acceptable. Some spots may hit you up with some few maybe out. We call most of the day acceptable times for the rest of the week. Low 80s, Wednesday, mid 80s.
Montgomery's Gotta Watch Traffic, brought to you by Sons Automotive, family owned, family driven, on News Radio 1440.
Best Valor player in the world has found his new home. Ever since his appearance in 2022, Access has been top in the world with the Aladdin Sports Manager. In 2023, one of the reporter, it was clear that Access would be making his debut at the end of the season. And the Brazilian player who himself would be already impressively high in the ranking going into the 2024 season. Will any other team be able to step up?
Is currently being evaluated by the FDA because it may be ineffective. Luckily, there's an alternative solution that provides faster. It's called Navive. Navive is a natural drug-free works. And Navage makes it quick, easy, and most important, it will help you breathe better. Don't take a chance on medication that may not work as promised. Instead, trust well-free Navage to help wash away the source of your misery so you can breathe better, snore less, and feel
Why should we trust
Walmart,
Navage?
Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aid, Target, or find us online at Navage.com. Navage, N-A-V-A-G. What knows how you like.
That's smart enough mortgage aid. What about college? When it comes to your money, whatever you want to get smart about, you can find it at smartaboutmoney.org, a free online resource from the nonprofit National Endowment for Financial Education. Smartaboutmoney.org, the easy place to start if you want to get smart.
Tell me how it really is. It's the Dan Bongino Show. Days from 11 to 2 on News Radio 1440.
Alrighty. Good morning. Hope that they find you well at 6:40 in the morning. I don't know how I can be so motivated first thing in the morning. Really, I don't know how. I think it's a sickness. I think it is. Yeah. But I'm glad I'm already had, but don't be sick. This is what to have. Anyway, good morning to you. It's time to rise and shine. Be thankful for another day above the ground. Because remember, and if you remember this and you put it in its right perspective, I think you'll do all right today. But just remember this. Last night, somebody went to bed, did not get up this morning. It is a lovely day. Now that you get your mind right, what you gonna do with it? Don't waste it. Okay, do something good with it. Make a difference. If not in your life, leave somebody else's. I'm talking about people you owe money to. Yeah, that'll make a difference in your life, all right? Where's my money? Yeah, I told you I'm gonna give it to you. Okay, yeah, but when you gonna give it to me? Come on, man, you don't need that money. If I didn't need the money, I'm gonna ask for it back. Okay? When you borrowed me, you didn't say, let me borrow the money you don't need. Now you said, let me borrow $10. I let you borrow $10. You didn't say whether or not if I needed it or not. I'm just trying to help a brother out. Where's my money? Okay, so you can always make a difference. There's some differences that are good, and some differences that are not so good. But y'all, everybody got a friend like that, right? Everybody got a friend that wants to borrow money from y'all. Okay, so I've learned two words, and I've learned one word to stop all that. No. Okay, you want to lose friendship? Loan a friend some money. Okay, loan somebody some money, and you'll find out that how quickly. First of all, if you want to get rid of someone, okay, they've been bugging me all the time. They always want to talk. Every time they see, they want to talk to you. All you got to do is, hey, yo, you need to borrow $20? Then he'll say, yes. When you give me $20, like, you need to pay me that thing. I'm just asking. If you want to get rid of him, let him owe you money. He'll forget you in 2 days. I'm just saying, you might want to try that. I know it's pain to get rid of somebody. Okay, I understand that. I'm just giving you the option. If you want to, get rid of somebody. That's all. Anyway, good morning to you. It is 6:42 in the morning, and the lessons of life and the word of the day. Now, the word of the day, it's a formal word that means the power of choosing or determining. Every choice I made was of mine and not subject to outside influence. So what is the word? I use this word periodically, and I realize that since I'm a wordsmith and you guys, your vocabulary is not as extensive as mine, but that's okay. I'm trying to get to there, okay? Well, the word is spelled Volition. 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 It means It is a formal word that means the power of choosing or determining. Every choice I made was of my own volition and not subject to outside influences. Okay, which is something that a lot of us don't do. Okay, so when you hear me say, "Well, it was of my own volition," or their own volition, then that means that they chose by themselves without the influence of anybody or anything else. Okay? Now put that on your teacher today. Oh yeah, yeah, put that on him. He'll look at you with amazement. You know that? Yeah. Z, use that word. Okay? Volition. So go to the teacher and say, "Mr. Johnson, it is of my own volition that I didn't do the homework last night." Somebody called me and said, "What's up with that?" I said, "Well, I'm just trying to teach them to do it. Go listen." Okay, I'm listening. My own volition, the power of choosing or determining. Every choice I made was on my own volition and not subject to outside influence. So you can't say that somebody made you do it, somebody influenced. No. You did this on your own. Okay? I'm quitting my job of my own volition. Okay, I'm just saying. You don't want to tell about it. You'll help your volition. Okay. Anyway, the lesson of life today. Simple one. And if you remember this, you'll always succeed. It may take a while sometimes, but it's there. Success is in the grasp of all of us. Some is closer than others, but it's in the grasp. It is within the grasp of all of us. But you just got to do some things sometimes. Some of us have to work a little harder than other people work, and that's just the way life is sometimes. Didn't say it was fair. Anybody's fair is what you pay to get on the bus. Okay? Life is not fair. It sticks it to all of us at some time or another. Okay? It's all not gravy and biscuits. Although right now I can handle some gravy and biscuits. Yeah, see, this reminds me of those ones that you get early in the morning at Fort Bragg. I used to be the night baker too, I used to cook the dessert at night and stuff like that. You know what I mean? The dessert, the junk. Listen, I used to make homemade donuts. I was the man. Little yeast here, little yeast there, and make those things rise, put them in the. Pretty good. Okay, I really wasn't good. I ate it. No, I was pretty good at it. I wasn't great, but I was okay. But anyway, I make cream beef in the morning. Man, I can smell it. And I used to get in trouble at times because I put onions in. Because I thought cream beef tastes better than onions. And the first sergeant and the next sergeant said, "No. We're gonna peel your onion if you do that again." And that's when they got serious, peeling the onion and snap you upside the head. So I didn't do that too many times, except when the best sergeant was gone somewhere. Okay, lesson of life. What is the lesson of life today? Now this is a very important one. This is a very important one. So when things get tough, when you fail, okay, there's a simple solution to failure. First of all, failure is not your enemy, it's a teacher. It teaches us what we shouldn't do the next time. But if you try 10 times and fail, all you need to do is to succeed once to make it worthwhile. It does not take courage to quit, but courage certainly is a necessary element that is needed to keep going. So when things get tough, summon all the courage you have and keep going. And keep quitting. Don't ever quit. Because quitters never win. Okay? So if you try 10 times and fail, keep trying. Because on the 11th time, that may be the time that you conquer it all. So don't ever quit. Don't ever give it. And you know something? It's easy to say don't ever quit. It really is. It's easy to say. That's because people think that people who say this have never had their own challenges. Everybody has. Everybody has. Like when I got to the unit, they kept calling me the N-word. I was ready to quit then. I'm out of Indiana. We don't call people that name. But then so I made the comrade said, really, you think that's what this thing gonna happen to you? Well, you got a point there, folks. You got a point. So I went on back in and grabbed my hat and my beret, which I was proud of that beret, as a matter of fact, I tell you. I just went on back to work. Sometimes there's some things in life you got to put up with. Good morning to you. Things that happen on this day. It is October the 24th. It is the 297th day of this year. There are 68 days. Can you believe this? There are 68 days left in this year. It was on this day in 1940 that the 40-hour work week went into effect under the Fair Labor Standards Act of 1938. In 1648, Peace of Westphalia, the 30-Year War, had effectively destroyed the Holy Roman Empire in 1648. In 1861, the first transcontinental telegraph message was sent by Chief Justice Stephen J. Field of California to San Francisco to President Abraham Lincoln in Washington, D.C., over a line built by the Western Union Telegraph Company. The year was 1931. George Washington's bridge connecting New York and New Jersey was officially dedicated and opened to traffic the next year. 1945 was the year the United Nations officially came to existence as this charter took effect, and everybody loose as now there was then. I'm just telling you. 1962, a naval quarantine of Cuba, ordered by President John F. Kennedy, went into effect during the Cuban Missile Crisis. 1972, on this day, Hall of Famer Jackie Robinson, who had broken the Major League Baseball's modern era color barrier in 1947, died in Stamford, Connecticut at the age of 53. In 1989, former television evangelist Jim Baker was sentenced by a judge in Charlotte, North Carolina, to 45 years in prison for fraud and conspiracy. The sentence was later reduced to 8 years. It was further reduced to 4 years for good behavior. Okay, he got scared a little bit there, he 45 years. Using that cool quick bad thing. 1992, on this day, the Toronto Blue Jays became the first non-U.S. team to win the World Series as they defeated the Atlanta Braves 4-3 in Game 6. The year was 1996. Tyrone, 18-year-old, a black motorist was shot to death by police during a traffic stop in St. Petersburg, Florida. The incident sparked rioting. What was that for? Officer James Knight, who said that Lewis had lurched his car at him several times, knocking him on the hood, was cleared by a grand jury and the Justice Department. In 2002, authorities apprehended John Allen Muhammad, the teenager Lee Boyd Malvo near Myersville, Maryland, in the Washington area sniper attack. Marvel was later sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. But Maryland's highest court had agreed to reconsider that sentence in 2022. Muhammad was sentenced to death and executed in 2009. In 2005, civil rights icon Rosa Parks died in Detroit, Michigan at the age of 92. In 2007, a rapidly rising internet star, Facebook Incorporated, sold 1.6% stake to Microsoft Corporation for $240 million, spurring competing offer from online search leader Google Incorporated. And it was 12 years ago, believe it or not, President Barack Obama offered mortgage relief to hundreds of thousands of Americans during a visit to Las Vegas. Defense Secretary Leon Panetta visiting Yokota air base in Japan lashed out at North Korea for reckless and provocative acts and criticized China for a secretive expansion of its military power. 7 years ago, campaigning in the battleground Florida, a defiant Donald Trump blamed his campaign struggle on phony polls from the disgusting media. Hillary Clinton, Senator Elizabeth Warren hounded Trump, accusing him of disrespecting women and denigrating U.S. troops as assisting Iraqis in their push to retake the city of Mosul. Pop idol Bobby V, 73, died at Rogers, Minnesota. You know, I'm still looking for that audio where they said Trump disrespected the soldiers. I'm still looking. So if anybody see it, how about sending it to me? I'm still looking for that. Okay. Can't beat a guy just by beating him. He got an eye on him for 10 years almost. Anyway, 3 years ago, a North Carolina health official ordered a large church to close its doors temporarily because the concern it was helping spread the coronavirus by disregarding the social distance measures. Despite surging cases around the country and more infections at the White House, President Donald Trump assured supporters and packed shoulder to shoulder at a trio of rallies that we're rounding the turn on the coronavirus. He mocked challenger Joe Biden for raising alarm about the pandemic, so you don't get anything when you're stuck in your basement campaigning. Heavily protected crews of the Washington State worked to destroy the first nest of so-called murder hornets discovered in the United States of America. Birthday today, nobody of note that I can think of. I don't know who Kerry Wilson is. I don't know who these people are, so he's enough for young people. We got that's his birthday. Actor F. Murray, Abraham, don't know him. Actor director David Ward, don't know him. Kevin Klein, okay, I know him. 74. I know of him. We don't really go out to dinner or anything like that, but I know. I know them. Okay. Bill Davidson is 67, and actor B.B. Wong is 61. That's about it. Let's keep moving on, because I don't know any of this. What are we celebrating this today? Well, we celebrate Disarmament Week. If world peace is your mantra or the idea appeals to you, then be part of this movement. National Bologna Day. Okay. All right. Something I can get with. Because, listen, most of us poor people, when we think of bologna, we think of bologna very fondly. I don't really know what bologna is. Okay. I don't really know what it is. It's got a little bit of bologna. It's got a little bit of everything in it. I mean, anything that the pig didn't want to eat, the chicken didn't want to eat, anything like that, it goes in bologna. However, when you grow up poor, bologna is your friend. We ought to have bologna year because bologna was the only meat that I would see sometimes. Okay, but we did get a thick slice of it. We used to buy the bologna that my mom had to cut. Make a big. Bologna is the only meat that almost burnt tastes good. I'm just saying, maybe because we're filling everything within. But bologna, National Bologna Day. Listen, whatever you do today, go to somebody's place and say, give me a slice of that bologna. I'm just saying. And burn it. Turn it kind of brown. Don't burn it black, but burn it kind of brown and put it on some toast and some cheese. And trust me, it'll take you back to your younger days. Okay? It is everybody's favorite processed luncheon meat, and it has its own day. Bologna. National Elizabeth Day. Your day happens to be Elizabeth. Today is your day. Today we honor all the people named Elizabeth and the contribution they have made to our lives. Elizabeth, King Elizabeth? I really know Elizabeth. Elizabeth, any great actress named Elizabeth? Okay. I'll think of that later on. National Food Day. Explore the world of food production, food safety, farm animal welfare, hunger prevention, and agriculture. Okay. Now, it is National Jamaican Jerk Day. I don't like Jamaican jerk. But there's something we love to death. So that's what we have Jamaican restaurants. So I never tried it. But I'm not sure. Start seasoning on a great tip information about jokes in there. I didn't know it was there. Okay, it's Jamaican cuisine. It is National Kangaroo Awareness Day. Now, unless you happen to live in Australia, never mind. I'll be back. If it is this.
The man accused of killing Loudoun County Sheriff John Williams will now stand trial in Macon County next October. Wisconsin's lawyers want that trial moved, arguing the high-profile coverage of Sheriff Williams' killing that spot. One Republican rep
I'm Deborah Rodriguez. We're getting an inside look at the life of some of the Israelis taken hostage by Hamas at a kibbutz in southern Israel. 85-year-old Yocheved Lifshitz, who was released along with another elderly woman, has just spoken about her ordeal. Correspondent Charlie Daggett has details from Ashkelon.
She described how she was kidnapped on a motorcycle. She said she was taken inside a miles-long spider-web-like tunnel system in Gaza. They treated us gently and they met all our needs, she said. They seemed ready for this. They prepared it for a long time. She said her husband was separated from her. He is still believed to be held by Hamas.
Israel Defense Forces says it struck what it called more than 400 terrorist targets in Gaza over the last day. More aid trucks are making their way through Gaza. Humanitarian groups say it's not nearly enough. PBS's Jeremy McCormick.
Brian Lander of the World Food Program says the supplies are only trickling in. We know that people are in desperate need of water, desperate need of food, desperate need of all those things that are primary for your survival.
He says the situation will only get worse.
We know that people are running out of food very quickly. We are trying to get food into Gaza.
Hospitals are also running critically low on supplies. House Republicans will vote today. Their quest to choose a new speaker among the remaining 8 candidates. Correspondent Scott McEwen on Capitol Hill.
In a run-up to today's super ballot, many of the candidates reporting Donald Trump's support, including Minnesota Congressman Tom Emmer, the GOP gift. He made a call to the former president and made a post online that he looked forward to working with the former president.
Cal Duty Alaska Airlines pilot is scheduled to make a court appearance today after allegedly trying to shut off the engines mid-flight on a trip from Everett, Washington to San Francisco. Paul Stephen, among the passengers.
We were told it was happening. We were told the entire stuff. First, you had a point issue, a pilot issue, a passenger having an issue. We don't know.
Yeah, think about it. Apple is still the best phone for business. I got a Note 2. It's okay for I had an iPhone years ago. I just didn't like it. But yeah, for business, I give it to you. It's not the little. Which way does it flip? I don't see. I'm going around. The flip. There, like it. Look at that. Oh yeah. Look at them.
Yeah, I never understood it, but I enjoyed it. Oh, kids enjoy all kinds of crap. I don't like Valentine's Day myself. I don't like Valentine's Day. No, I don't like Halloween. No, I don't like it. I think, when you're a kid, that's cool. But why do I have to tell you I love you on that day? Why can't you tell you the other day? Like, I don't like Father's Day. You know what? I'm glad we're friends, but I gotta ask you something. What's that? Y'all in these hairdos y'all be wearing. Okay, what about it? Well, why do we wear hair dudes like this? Well, all right. In the beginning, when my kids were growing up, I was like, "What the hell are y'all doing? What is this? Why do you intentionally mess up your hair?" Yeah. But over time, I said, "You know what? This is not bad. I'm gonna go ahead. It's like a brush that you can mess up and twist and turn." Right. So you buy stuff to make your hair look bad. So you know my hair look bad? You know my hair look bad? That's just one black man's opinion. I mean, y'all think it look good? Okay, I'm with you. Wow, okay. No, it's a different style. Yeah. But why does it seem that black folks always are the experimental people who stop? We buy pants now for hardly no material in them, and we pay more for them. When you go to Goodwill to get them same pants for $4. Black folk do drive the culture of this country. And I would argue of the world. I don't know what it is. I think because they experiment on us. Well, I think we experiment on each other. We say, hey, okay, well, I'm gonna wear my hair like this. I'm gonna wear my shirt like that. Like that's the 90s. They had these rappers. Oh yeah. That wore their pants backwards. It's like we gonna try something different. If it look cool, hey, we gonna rock with it. Bell bottoms and afros and braids. Now the bell bottom, that was my generation. The bell bottom was okay. So okay, I mean that looks ridiculous now. We decided that. I thought that was the bell because you had the platform shoes. You had to figure how to cover up. Yeah, no. When you had the bell bottom, you kept tripping on the paint. Yeah, that's true. Okay. We just see everybody if they want to experiment on something, give it to us first. You see how it looks. I don't know. Now the mini skirt I was all right with that one. Yeah, back in the day. I was all right with that one. I was just wondering. Now, but I did tell myself, I don't care how you wear here when you got all these. Hey, when you got all these, I don't care. I told you, if you ask my boys, they got two jobs. They'll tell you schools and chores. I don't put that in there. Yeah. Because if you take care of those, you're responsible and you're going to go somewhere. Yep. Yeah. That's true. Doing chores. We'll worry about everything else. And chores is just life. We all got something to do. Responsibility. Yeah, we all got responsibility. My kids get chores at least. You know, for Democrats, they don't do that. I told you, I got some people who like if they all get a chore at 8 o'clock, well, at 8 years old, and they all get a job at 16. But I thought they don't hire anybody at 16. Yeah. The fast food place. Well, they need somebody. Yeah. My kids were for Chick-fil-A on Easter. There's a lot of kids. Okay. And they got a powerful interview process because I've never seen any child working at Chick-fil-A that I wouldn't hire. I've never seen anybody have a bad attitude. They go through a process. Those managers, when I heard it, when we were talking to them, they just have disrespect. We talk to them like I would talk to them. Like, we're not leaving here tonight. We gotta get this cleaned up, and y'all gonna move that. So they are really on those people. They when I took my boys up there, I'm like, boy, man, this is very simple.
No, I don't notice that. Yeah, that's a great place to visit.
Yeah.
Okay, we're back. Good morning, everybody. Hope that they find you well. Hope your day is, hope you run into something you ain't never seen before. Good, good, I mean, good. Not bad. Well, it's Tuesday, and my good friend is here. My friend from the left is here. Well, I don't really know what's on his mind at this time. I'm not going to drive this ship today. I'm going to let DeMarcus drive the ship today. I'm going to let him, see if he can hold this on. Can he manage this responsibility this morning? So I'm willing to let him. He's I can't say he's a wigged out Democrat, but he does vote that way. Yeah. But let me ask you something. Well, first of all, say good morning to the folks.
Good morning. How you doing? How you doing?
And I'm not going to call you Tyrone anymore.
Please don't.
Yeah, I'm not. Because Tyrone is a name that went with the play, and you don't look like a player at all.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. That's good.
That's fine. I'll take it.
Yeah. Okay. So we're going to call him the Dark Knight. Yeah, that's who it is. So you know that the Carly thing happened in Birmingham. The young lady.
Okay. Yeah.
Said she'd been. I think they gave her a year in jail.
Mm-hmm.
I think that was wrong. I think, she's 20-something years old. 20-year-old people like myself, you probably other people, we do stupid things. Mm-hmm. I don't think jail was the appropriate. I think they should have given her, I don't know if she's appealing it or not, they should have given her some mandatory public service, volunteer service with kids who've been lost or something like that. What good does it put a young lady in jail? I mean, yeah, she costs us a little bit of money. The $17,000, but she'll probably never pay back. I don't know. The movie she might make, or the book she might be all right. But let's say is jail the answer for everything?
No. I will be the first to accept that I've gone through the game, and I've been given, I was given the one issue that I had. I was 17. I was 1 month away from my 18th birthday. Mm-hmm. I got involved in the incident. All my doing, I did it, and I got charged with two crimes.
What you do? Tell us.
All I can tell you is.
I used to steal candy.
All I can tell you is one was a misdemeanor and one was a felony.
Okay.
So.
Come on, man. What you do?
One was a misdemeanor and one was a felony.
Okay, I'm gonna know.
And so I was given, because I was still in school. I had a job and I was responsible. I just made this mistake. Right. I purposely made this mistake. I was given 6 months of supervised probation, and I was given unsupervised probation until I paid court costs, fines, and restitution. And that's what I did. Back then, I was working at a grocery store and I was volunteering and things like that. So I was only making $100 a week. So I would take $20 to the youth center to pay off my restitution. Okay. And so by the time it was finished, I think my restitution went up to be like $700. I was down to my last $275. And I couldn't go to the military to I paid that. Right. And I had to come up to Montgomery up here to Met. I had to I had to I had to do a presentation, I had to do all this stuff just to get into the military. I didn't get the military without nothing. So because of that, because my recruiter saw something in me, and because I had people around me mentoring me, I was able to get through that phase, go on to have a great career, education, family, kids. So yeah, I think if you had put me in jail, it probably would have turned out the same. It makes you better too.
And that's when sometimes we as older people, especially my age, we forget. We've been the same people. We've done some of the things. But we have a short memory when it comes to things we've done, but a long memory when it comes to the things that other people do to us. I don't think this world deserves a year in jail. I think she ought to be made to volunteer though. It's a work or something like that, or 40 kids or something. I think the jail thing is just way overplayed.
Yeah, I think community service, probation, fine, go back to the overtime hours that are basically people. And I think we want to let you know. And then if you continue on, then now you just really make it to put you in there.
You put you in there, right. 86014, the market is with us, or I call it the He's kind of screwed. Who is this? Good morning, who's this? Good morning.
Good morning.
What do you think about it? Am I wrong? Do you think she ought to go to jail? I mean, she ought to be accountable, right? I agree. She ought to be accountable, but to let her study language in jail for a year, it's a matter of fact, it may have the opposite effect of trying to teach her a lesson. She can do a whole lot more volunteering with kids or helping the YMCA or somebody working with kids who are disadvantaged or something to see real kids who've been through things. You know what I'm saying? Rather than sitting in jail eating free. Yeah. Mm. I mean, let's put real people in jail like the people who shooting people this weekend. Let's put them in jail for a year. And the problem, all right, appreciate it. And the problem with that, of course, sometimes is that some people take that get out of free jail card and expound upon it to do more. Right. That's always a chance that we take when we do those things.
And I would say this. So, I got to politics because you have someone like Donald Trump going out there, and judges keep giving him passes. Wait a minute, let me explain.
It's a political persecution of the guy.
So wait a minute. So when he goes out and he disparages the witnesses,
it's America.
He disparages the prosecutor. When he goes out there and boxes them by releasing their whole information, their cell phones and social media, you have to put we call it. You got to forget all. And then he goes out to use to do it. But so if they keep getting they find them, they restrict them, they find them more, they restrict them more, what's next? You got to put you in jail. This is America. You got to write freedom of speech. This is America. You don't have the right to go out there and tell people, hey, the judge lives here. He's a Democrat hack. He's this. He's that. What if he is? What if he is? If his rulings will get exposed over time. Not necessarily. Not if the guy above him is a hack too. Well, I'm glad you said it. That's why they're always getting to the Supreme Court. That's what tickets are on. They want to make sure they dot every I. By the time they get to the Supreme Court, you can't overturn. That's why they're getting anyway. They're going to. This is your vote. Yeah, they're going to. I mean, this is the first time. It is a political persecution of this man because they don't like him. Listen, he's narcissistic. He talks too much. He's braggadocious. I agree with you. But he, as a citizen of America, I never thought I'd live today when we see a former president of this way. I just never thought. I'm so glad you said that because it's been going on since you've been around. Let me give you this history, sir. I'm so cool. Tell me who else they treated this way. Which makes it. Yeah. So,
Not this bad. Not this.
yes, they did.
Nixon quit.
Yes, they did. It was why? Why did Nixon quit?
Because he did something he shouldn't have done.
Well, okay.
Well, I wouldn't have quit.
Nixon quit. Nixon quit because his party went to him and said, "Hey, not only do we have the votes to impeach you, we got the votes to try you."
But they did impeach him.
No, they did not.
No, they impeached Trump twice.
Wait a minute. I'm telling you, I'm using history.
Yeah.
They impeached. They told Nixon, "Get out, or we're gonna put you out." So he got out, and he still had to deal with. And so once you get impeached and removed, that's all the government can do. You still got to deal with the prosecution. So if it wasn't for I can't remember the name of the president after him, but he pardoned him. Right. That's the only thing. Forward, yeah, that's the only thing that saved Nixon because he got pardoned. And let's go a little bit further. Let's go to Clinton. Clinton was impeached, right? But he wasn't removed, right?
And they impeached Trump twice.
Let me finish. Clinton still had to deal with being prosecuted for lying on the oath.
He just lost his law license.
So during the lame duck session, all he did was he negotiated with the prosecutors. He said, "Hey, look, what can we do to get me out of this? Because when I leave the presidency, I have no other, and Bush is coming in, so he's not going to pardon me."
Yeah.
So what they agreed was, we'll suspend your law license and you pay a fine. That's what he agreed to.
Yeah.
Now let's fast forward to Trump. Trump didn't do any of that. First of all, he didn't negotiate with the prosecutors, and he had
lied on him for 4 years.
And he had a Democrat. Okay,
they lied on him for 4 years.
I'm gonna go back to Clinton because when Clinton they tried to investigate Clinton for Whitewater and some other crimes.
She was guilty,
and they got him, but they couldn't find any evidence. What did they get him on?
It was in the White House.
What did they get him on?
Wait a minute. Personal paper from that. It was in the White House.
What did they get him on, sir?
I don't know what they got him on.
I'm gonna tell you what they got him on. They got him for lying under oath about Monica Lewinsky. Right. Come on. They could not get him on Whitewater. They could not get him on that Travelgate.
They didn't want to get him.
They couldn't get him on Travelgate. They couldn't get him on Whitewater. They couldn't get him on nothing but lying about a sexual allegation.
When you find official paper from a law firm inside the residential part of the White House, what you mean they can't get him?
It's very funny how they did not get him.
Yeah.
But they got him for lying about Monica.
Because they just wanted to show, they wanted to make us think they was getting him for something.
Okay.
That's all.
Okay.
Good morning. Who's this? Morning.
They were.
Absolutely.
No, he was not. Okay,
Absolutely
I'm so glad
not.
you brought that up, sir. He was not guilty on Russian collusion.
And a lot of other things they said.
He was guilty on he was not guilty. He was not guilty on Russian collusion. He was guilty of obstruction of justice.
How?
He fired Comer. That's
so
one.
Comer worked for him.
What'd you say, sir?
Yeah.
He fired the FBI director. He did a Saturday Night Massacre over a course of months.
Fine, all the time. Amen.
So okay, I'm glad you brought that up because when Nixon did it, you are so right, sir. When Nixon did it, they removed him from office when he did it. But it's cool when he do it. It's a problem when I do it.
Okay, so let me get this right. Wait, hold on.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Hey, appreciate it. And let's go back to Georgia. Let's go to Georgia. We got a bombastic sort of district attorney over there who thinks she's God, who thinks she gonna bring down a president of the United States with all these false charges. Everybody, if this stands, anybody that's a president, that's a public office contender who says they think they got cheated will end up going to jail. This is America. Hillary Clinton said that Trump cheated her. Did they investigate her for trying to undo an election?
Hillary Clinton went out and said, "Hey, this the same things Trump said, but she didn't do something that Trump did.
Such as
he actually went out and tried to steal it.
He tried.
Wait a minute, because District Attorney Fonnie Willis she is the pure definition of what black girl magic is. Because not only did she get 19 of them charged and photographed with a mugshot, but she got 2 of his lawyers to plead guilty.
Wait a minute, but she couldn't.
Two of his lawyers pled guilty.
But she didn't have anything with the people who brought in ballots after 12 o'clock at midnight to the Fulton County Courthouse. Nobody went to jail on that one.
That's already been straightened out, sir. Those were legit ballots. What are you talking about?
If it got there after the time and ballot harvesting, she can't see those where these people went to nursing homes and did all kind of things.
All those things were date and time stamped. They were good to go.
I hear.
That's the problem. See, what conservatives and what MAGA and what Trump people don't understand is that even though the deadline was 7 p.m. to vote, and they had thousands, if not millions, of ballots that were still there, they voted on time. The ballots just had to go be counted.
Here's one. Not in the history of the United States Constitution have we ever voted for the President of the United States for a month.
So just
never.
So now we're moving the goalposts.
It's not constitutional.
Now we're moving the goalposts.
The law says, the law says you cannot send ballots to people who do not request them. Michigan, Philadelphia, and a couple others say they did it against the law.
I'm so glad you said that, because Donald Trump went to court 62 times and won one.
And they all didn't like him.
Wait a minute.
They all didn't like him.
How is that possible when Trump put half of them in the office?
Wait a minute.
So wait, no. Answer that question. How is it that Trump's conservative people that was looked at the Heritage Foundation gave him a list.
Yeah.
The Senate approved them. Donald Trump approved them. How is it that all the conservative people, all the Republican people gave him a list of judges, and then they turned against him, and now they're not conservative?
What do you call a wolf with sheep's clothing?
So they're all wolves in sheep's clothing.
Yeah.
You got to be kidding.
I ain't kidding.
So what you're saying is they're cool until they're not cool.
That's right.
They're with me until they side against me.
They're all jerk the man around.
It's funny. Okay. It's funny.
Good morning. Who's this? Yes, sir.
You keep moving the goalpost. The 25th Amendment did that.
Well, sure he has.
Yeah.
Biden's president. No, he didn't concede. Wait a minute. He didn't concede. Yeah. A custom ain't law.
A custom is not law.
Okay, then. Yeah.
If that's the conspiracy theory.
Well, Biden didn't know what office he was in.
If that's the conspiracy theory, I get it. I get what he's saying.
Yeah.
I get what he's saying.
Yeah. Well,
I get what he's saying.
Power was transferred by the virtue of the oath of office given to President Biden.
What he's
He did. Y'all cheated him. Voting for the president for 30 days. Come on, man. Hey, listen, I'm not seceding. I'm not seceding either. I'm not transferring any power either.
Here's the conspiracy theory. I get what you're saying. The conspiracy theory is Trump never conceded. That makes Trump still president. But if he's still president, then all these things are going on. Is it his fault? Most conservatives, most MAGA people can't correlate the two.
Well, it's not like the man who thinks he's a woman. What you think? What you think you are? What you think you are has got nothing to do with the reality of what you. I'm just saying, Trump's not president anymore. But now he can take it. I'm cool. I'm cool with that. Yeah. Kind of like Biden thinks he gets sense. And so, well, even. I mean, Biden is the duty. He is the duty one of the president of the United States.
And you think Biden has issues that should not be there.
Absolutely.
But you admit that Trump has issues, but you want him back.
He got two.
But you just really got issues.
Oh, man, we still got issues.
Wait. So Biden has issues. So we should say
he has mental issues.
But you say Trump has issues.
He has cognitive issues.
Come on.
Anyway, I got it. We're going to get right back after this. I'm going to convert you one of these days.
I think I got you.
Well, let's say, right. The Dark Knight's here. This is DeMarcus. I'm going back to China.
People going to start calling me that
Get you back on China. Y'all know they cheat. Y'all know
no, you do not cheat. My friend,
voting for the president for 30 days, only in America, voting for there's nowhere in the Constitution that says you can vote for the president of the United States for 30 days.
There are statutes.
No, there ain't no statute. There ain't no statute in the U.S. Constitution to say that. The second Tuesday of the first month of November, that's when you vote. Now, we had Negroes in nursing homes filling in votes. We couldn't even read the ballot.
Did you vote?
Yeah.
Hey, guys, I'm on the relay I'm sorry. News Radio 1440. News Radio 1440, Kevin Elkins. If you're around the country, you have speaker time. So right now it's 7:31 speaker time. If you wanna hear the callers, I'm not gonna hear the callers on that Facebook on TikTok Live. I'm gonna hear the callers if you log in to News Radio 1440. Find them on iHeartRadio, find them online. You can catch me hear the callers because the callers are just as crazy as me and Kevin. So I got my friends. I got my friend from California. I'm gonna shout him out. Make it a change. Make it a area. So yeah. So I got a lot of people joining the like button. I'm David Gibbons 34. Smoke 216 days. So News Radio 1440. I'm online people to the caller. I'm not gonna get a caller in my life. Bush cheated Gore with votes back in the day. Hey, you know what? I might bring that up. If people cheated, if Bush cheated. The Carlos Barrios, Future Lady 72, Stacey Steele, good morning. Future Lady, good morning. Rusty, good morning. How you guys doing? His name is a Murphy. Usually your 1440, Kevin Elkins, Montgomery, Alabama. You can hear, if you want to hear Furniture Legend 72. If you want to hear callers, you have to go online. Like if you stick around with us right now, we're on the stick around with us, we're going to get you and Kevin Elkins. You want this call. Number 260. Good morning. These are Lily. This guy is conservative. He's liberal. He's on the moderate. He's so far right. Hey, I got a friend from California, my best friend, they live in California.
Yeah.
He listened to the radio, so he was like hilarious. Like, you got the crazy.
Oh, is it a guy?
Yeah.
Does he still know anyone? I'm good.
He's a happily married
good.
woman.
Okay,
Yeah.
good. Because in California, you never know. You never know what's going on.
He's from Alabama. We done Marine Corps.
Okay. But he did one right thing, got the hell out of here. In California, I don't know if that's better or not.
Yeah. You know, it's crazy out there.
Yeah.
I love it. But back then, I was there from 09 to 12. Gas prices, it was
Well, all I know is San Diego's one of the cities, but I was down in the Kitty Hawk down there.
it is beautiful down there.
Yeah.
Hey guys, if you got a question, ask me, and I'm gonna film it.
All righty, before we get back to our guest this morning, our numbers are 860-1440. I'm kind of serious talk about something. It's about the killer, and its name is Clinton. Did you know that more than 1,400 Alabamans died in 2021 from drug overdoses? It's time to have a conversation with substance abuse. Hope is real. Recovery is real. If you are a family member or a friend of substance abuse disorder, call the Council on Substance Abuse or COSA now. 334-262-1629, 334-262-1629, or go to COSA NCAA or NCADB.org. Let's get help today. Call COSA 334-262-1629 and get the help you need. But drugs, it's done. I don't know about drugs. I have how much marijuana, but it's still useful. I don't know why smoking marijuana is law, but drinking alcohol and smoking cigarettes is not. I can figure that one out. Cigarettes key. I've never heard anybody getting killed by marijuana. I get a shot. I get to being killed over marijuana, but not by marijuana.
I've had some PA doctors tell me that with my issue, they will prescribe me marijuana. Because it's still a drug.
Anywhere in America, you can get it.
Right, no. The states are allowed. So they're going to still a drug. You can get it.
You know, at 867-1440 number, you're going close.
I think if I go to jail, I'll be back.
Yeah. Okay, I don't want you to go to jail. But I gotta at least have one beer. My son keeps trying to tell me that I should have a beer or something one of these days. So, okay, when I do it, if I live to be 70, I'm gonna have my first beer. Just to see how it all works out. Okay. There's an article in the newspaper about a Montgomery advertiser reporter named Alex. She is telling you what you should do if you get pulled over in the police car. What would you tell people they should do if they get pulled over?
Okay.
What do you tell you?
I would tell, okay, this is what I tell my boys, and this is what I do. When I get pulled over, I wonder, oh my God, so of course you're panicking, you're nervous.
Yeah.
If a police car gets around me, what's going on here? If I get pulled over, I immediately I go in my glove box, get my registration. I put my hands at PM2 before he gets there. License registration already out, ID card already out. So I got all that out, and I'm ready for him. So when he gets there, of course, they come to the side of the car, and they don't go to the driver's side door. They go to the driver's side back seat door, and they want to protect themselves. So I'm everything to help you. You just do try that. So that's what I tell my boy. Hey, listen, pay attention, and you can get out of that. So that's what I would advise anybody.
Would you pull off if you felt unsafe? Would you keep going to a lighted area as not to be stopped in a dark place?
I would say yeah. Okay. If I'm on the highway and I get pulled over, I gotta pull over. I'm not gonna keep going because now I got a speeding charge. Resisting arrest charge on website. So I'm not. So I've been in situations where I got pulled over on the highway. And to be honest with you, I just the police officer to do his job. That's what I did. I pulled over, we took care of it, there was a warning, maybe I even got a ticket and that's a person. But there are people out there that are just nervous because you drive for lighted area. So, with that, I would say if you're close to a lighted area, go ahead and turn off to the road, on the side of the road, get to a gas station or something. But if you're not there, you don't risk it because looking at the van.
Well, she recommends, it said, please recommend that you keep the windows rolled down. Not probably all of them, they're collective windows, right? But all your windows rolled down for the officer in the car, right? That have your driver's license, proof of insurance, and registration ready for the officer. They said they also tell people to be in good communication with the officer and not make any quick moves. It is particularly important to let the officer know that there's a gun in the vehicle. Now, my problem with telling them, because in Alabama right now, you got a right to have one. But the minute you tell them you have a gun, all of a sudden they start treating you like a felon.
Oh, of course, that's video.
And I'm saying, so why should I tell you if you're going to treat me, like I'm a threat to society?
I don't think you can tell them unless you're going to be pulled out of the car. And if you feel something you say, yes, no marijuana, whatever the case may be, they say you got to get out of the car and they start searching you, you're going to go to jail. Then I would say, yes, I have a knife in my pocket, I have a gun in the car. Because if I'm just get pulled over for pizza, I would tell you that I'm in my car. You're telling your business.
I don't know, but the minute you tell them, boy, they're going to heighten alert and all that stuff.
They call in with your deputies and all that crazy stuff. Yeah, I would tell them.
And I hate the part where they say, can I search your car? You say no. And then they say, well, we're going to call the dog.
Oh, you see, even with the dog, they pretend like they found something. So, if you say, can I search your car? No, you can search my car. All right, we're going to call the dog. They will pull the dog around, and we don't know if the dog really smells something or not. And they'll say, well, if the dog smells something, so we got to search your car. We've seen it a dozen times on pop cams and things like that, where we pretend like the dog smells something or found something. Or even I think there was a kid that were pulled over, and the guy had some grass on his windshield or on his window. And I was like, well, I think this is marijuana, so I got to probably call it. Yeah, no, man, that's grass. Just finish playing football or whatever. No, I'm going to call the dogs, and so it's this big gray area that the police have. So no, I would not let you search my car. I will not tell you what I got in my car, and you just do your thing like you have public service. Serve. That's why those guys wear down shirts like you can't. You're a servant. You get a serve. Your job is put the
Well, actually, that's not necessarily true. The Supreme Court rules that the basic job of any policeman is to protect property.
Okay, protect property and serve. Who you serve?
Well, that ain't even part of the Constitution.
Well, I'm just saying.
That's just something put on the seal of the police. Right? Yeah. That ain't part of the job. Anyway, 860-1440 is it? Now, me, you ever got a beat down by the police? I did.
You did? What?
Try to get smarter, but I didn't know you lose your right freedom of speech. That's just you tell the issue. Never have regrets.
No, see, that's the point. That's the point. You'll see, and I hate to go to racism. You'll see a lot of white people who are crazy. Yes, hitting with police officers, hitting them, pushing them, calling all kinds of things, and nothing happened. That's a report of a lady that went and hit police officers at the police station and shot a gun.
And she walked there and walked on the line. I saw that.
Amazing to me.
I just couldn't believe it.
But if a black man say you're crazy, you get 38 minutes.
Yeah, I saw that. She's gonna go in the police department with a gun and shoot.
And pull out.
Yeah. Who's this?
Hey, how you doing? Oh, I'm not, oh, this is not legally right, sir. Okay, if that's state, then I agree. See, no, I'm
Well,
not
he ain't a
saying
lawyer though, so
right.
he can
I'm
give
not
me
saying
advice.
that. Yeah, and if you are in a state, if you are in a state that says that, then do that. Yeah, come on, man. Come on. Use common sense. Okay, use common sense, people. Jesus. Sure. Okay. Don't
Yeah,
know.
recon is the only
Yeah,
one.
yeah. You got the air crew. You got, I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. I'm not a Marine Corps expert, even though I served. What are you getting at?
In 1975, I went down to join the Corps.
The Marine Corps?
Yes, but they wouldn't let me be airborne because I was too short.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. The fourth week, I went down there. I didn't go down there to be a cook. They said the guy told me you had to be at least 5'9", because the only airborne unit in the Marine Corps at that time was fourth recon, and so they wouldn't let me do it. So I had to go down to the Army thing. That wasn't me. Who? Oh, yeah, yeah. I didn't hear about that. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, yeah, yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Neither. I wouldn't want my son to be killed by neither.
Okay, what the odds?
What are the odds? Oh, the odds? I think I know where you're going, but I think I don't know. To be honest with you, I don't know. No, because because it's the the growing thing that black people do in our family. We sit down and we have the talk. And a lot of white people don't understand what the talk is. And the talk is, no, it's not. It's not, sir. It's not. When I sit my son, I have. It doesn't matter. I have six. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I have six. I have six boys. I have six.
Let him talk, man. Go ahead, go ahead.
I have six boys, and I don't want my boys to be involved in black gangs or to be subjected to a bad police officer. So I sit my boys down. I sit my boys down. I
All right, brother. You
all
know,
right.
I got to take a last break it out anyway,
Oh my
but to
goodness.
understand. Listen, I've had that conversation with my child. Okay.
Black
What
folks
to
have to
do,
talk.
right? What to do in a police? Because I hate to say this, but because of the hip hop culture, I believe a lot of our young folks are unfairly demonized, and they've been demonized a little bit by me, especially by the police, because they the policemen will act totally differently when they run up on a car. I would too. A black young men, given what's seen on TV, given what's seen in some of our neighborhoods, given the history, what's going on with this whole hip hop culture, I think young white police officers are a little bit more intimidated by black men. Yeah. And is there a reason for it? Is the reason rational in which they talk about? I don't know.
It's stereotypical and it's prejudicial.
Well, is it stereotypical or is it part of the culture?
It's not part of the culture. It's stereotypical. You are assuming that these kids are who other people are being portrayed on the media, and that's how they hate. It's like you'll go, and you'll see, oh, people. I mean, yeah, like, head requirements for airborne training.
But it certainly doesn't do anything good in the movies they make about us. We always got something to do with gang banging, or and look at all the hijacking on some of our kids. Other night, Senator kids that people got wrong. People out of control on the street. They're just out of control. Not all of it. Yeah, but it's true. Yeah, but it's true. It's not true. Proportionately, we are overly represented in this process. Proportionately.
That's the thing, because let's say 30 kids out of 100, or let's go equal half, because 50 out of 100 black kids are bad, and 50 out of 100 black kids rob and steal and commit crime. They assume that 100% do it. That's just not right. Because in a black neighborhood you have black crime. In white neighborhoods you have white crime.
Not lately. We got black folks in white neighborhoods too.
There shouldn't be anything called a black and white neighborhood. But all right, we'll play that. But we do. So when you got Billy Joe and Tommy Sue running through the trailer park, that's no different than Craig and Tyrone doing what they do on the street. But black folks get highlighted. Why is that?
Well, knowing that, should we not take every effort to not find ourselves in that situation?
You say that we all find ourselves in that situation. I will give it to you that the media reports on black crime, social media reports on black crime, nobody says, unless there's a mass shooting, that white people out there commit crimes.
Crimes being committed by. Listen,
everybody.
A good DJ in Montgomery named a DJ in Montgomery, Rap Featherstone said, if you don't want to hear it, don't love it. And so since we know, if you're going on a patrol and you know up the road there's an ambush waiting on you, you're not going to go that way. Okay? So the ambush for our young men today is being stopped by the police for no apparent reason sometimes.
And they make reasons.
They do.
So somebody on Facebook, TikTok Live said, you said cops are to protect property. And cops were created slaves of property.
Okay, we ain't there now. Listen, we're not property anymore. Come on.
But that's when cops were.
That's true.
Initially, the original slave.
Right, initially.
Yeah.
Okay, we've been, matter of fact, we've been talking about you property. Now somebody.
Yeah, but that guy.
That guy does. We don't just like that.
Yeah. Oh my God.
But I will say something. I believe that some of their concerns are legitimate. I do agree that we are only representing on street crime. We just are. And I don't know what to do about it. And because we are the only group of people are more. Our children are more without their fathers than any other group of people in this country. And that just bothers me. When now it's a norm, it's the norm that your father's not involved in your life. It's a norm.
I don't think that's accurate.
Okay, well, when you find it not to be accurate, come back and tell me. 70%, almost 75%, almost 80% of all our black children are there without the benefit of their father on a daily basis.
A CDC study found that 2.5 million black family fathers are living with their children, and 1.7 million are officially living apart from.
Wow, that's half of them, man. Well, that's half of them, right? That's 1.7 million, that's half of them.
2.5 million black fathers are living with their children.
Okay, and how many now?
1.7, not 1.7. No, not 1.7 for the 2.5. No, they said 2.5 million black men are living with their children. Okay. And in another statistic, 1.7 are not.
Exactly.
But not out of the 2.5.
It doesn't make any difference. I still a lot of kids without daddies. And they're like,
go back to white families. There's a lot of white families.
I ain't worried about them. I'm worried about the kids that's robbing me. I'm worried about the guy that comes to my neighborhood robbing me. white folks ain't coming to the black hood doing nothing.
Because you're in a predominantly black neighborhood. It's gonna happen.
That's not what we got to do because we're black.
No, I'm saying crime is crime. If you go to a predominantly white neighborhood, you're gonna get white crime. There's no difference.
Oh, we're moving out there now too. we doing it out there too. We can ride with the police one night. We'll check it out.
Yeah. And one of my sons, he's going through sheriff training right now.
All right. I got a couple of what were you saying?
I was trying to explain to that guy that I have 6 black children, and I sit my boys down and I tell them to be mindful, to be respectful of the law. As a matter of fact, I got one child that just turned 22. Happy birthday! I love you. He's a corrections officer here in Montgomery County, and I got another one that's 20. He's going through the sheriff's training right now. He's going to be a deputy sheriff. So, and I got twins, and I got another kid in there.
When the Lord said replenish the earth, he didn't mean for you to do it.
He said, when he said, that's what we going together. So I sit my boys down and I told them. Now, when that caller was saying that we live in a black city with black mayors and black sheriffs, it doesn't matter because when you talk about black power in the police department, they don't look at color. When they do look at color, they look at that thin blue line. And you got police officers, you got black police officers that will take up for their white counterparts for that blue line over
so much today. I don't think so much today. I mean, maybe you might be right. Let me tell you, but I don't think that much. I don't think we're really there today like we used to be. Good morning.
It's going to change, yeah.
Yeah. What are you talking about? We squared that away because he was well, we didn't slander anymore. Well, he did, not me. I mean, listen. Yeah, I think he did, yeah. Okay. Well, but people don't know that the views and opinions expressed here are not necessarily those of mine or Kimberly, but the callers. That's true. Yeah.
Right. Right. Yes. Mm-hmm. Yes, ma'am. You too.
Good morning. Who's this?
Good morning. Good morning. Yes, and I forgot his name. Yes. And you know what they did? That police officer shot in the car with his kid in the back seat. Thank you. Yes.
Yeah, I remember that one. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Well,
what they like.
But but I will say one thing. Now, as quiet as it's kept, there's a hell of a lot more white folks out in America. I mean, there's a hell of a lot more. Only strictly because of the number of people. White guys get shot too. I mean, it ain't just us. It does get reported with more of a magnification than white kids do. Policemen just do wrong things. Take a break. We'll be back. Uno moment. Momento. What uno? Momento. Uno, dos, tres, cuatro. Momento. Okay. I mean, sometimes we do act like black folks, the only people get shot. A lot of white kids get shot by the police, but they don't make the news.
And why is that?
Because they do stupid things like all young folks do.
Why is it that black folk make the news faster than a white
Because
person
it
makes
sells
the news?
papers. It sells news.
And I don't think that's right.
But if more white kids get shot by police, then why doesn't it make the news?
That's a good one. I don't know.
Because it doesn't fit the narrative that America's all prejudice and this and that, and so it don't sell newspapers. It sells newspapers when the minority gets killed by the majority. Then it becomes political. So.
I'm trying to find that stat.
I'm sure you can find it. And Republicans can't come over to Speaker of the House. All them people, all them people down there.
I love it. I love it.
This is CBS News on the Hour, presented by Indeed.com.
I'm Deborah Rodriguez. An 85-year-old Israeli hostage is telling her story a day after she was released from captivity in Gaza.
She was taken through the plow field. While she was being taken, she was beat by it.
Yocheved Lifshit's daughter translating for her mother from a hospital in Tel Aviv.
My mom is saying that they were very friendly towards them. They were given medicine.
Her husband is among the more than 200 hostages still being held in southern Gaza.
Hey, so I'm sorry, guys. So right now we're on another commercial break. I got my best friend texting me, so I had to respond to his text. So forgive me for that. But yeah, I'm glad you guys are sticking around. Lakeisha, Willie, Sherry Jackson, Keith Sykes, Zero. Thank you guys for stopping by, even if you don't stick around. I appreciate you guys stopping by. I'm trying to find that stat on black and white people get shot by the police. I cannot find it.
It's more white. I mean, it is.
That's what I keep hearing.
Yeah. I looked it up a couple
In
of weeks.
Washington,
It's
House
more white.
Republicans will take another shot at election.
Matter of fact, you would be surprised of the number.
8 candidates, among them Michigan Congressman Jack Berman.
I'll find it for you in a second. I do that with it.
When you're the last person standing, you're going to be the speaker designee.
Most of the candidates are courting Donald Trump's support. The former president could
That's
come face
crazy.
to face with his former.
I'm
personal
going. If it's him and Biden, I'm going with him.
No, they talk about support for the speaker. Like, why are they worried about the
I
support?
don't think I want him to be Speaker of the House.
Thanksgiving approaches, a new agricultural concern in the nation's heartland.
Deadly cases of
Disappointing in the way
bird
you
flu have
handled
been
that caller. What are you
confirmed in
talking
two
about? What are you talking
commercial
about
turkey
moving
farms in Iowa. Some 100,000 birds have been killed to keep the disease from spreading. Similar outbreaks have been reported on turkey farms in South Dakota and Utah.
80% of white murders were
Are you
committed
looking
by
for a
white
good read?
offenders.
Oprah announced her new book pick
15%
on
of
CBS
murders.
Mornings. Let Us Descend is about the journey of an enslaved teenage girl across the South in the 1800s. The author is Jesmyn Ward, the youngest person ever to receive the Library of Congress Prize for American Fiction.
Her journey to sort of figure out what a new future would look like, or what a new life without her mother and without these people that she loved. I think that sort of served as a model for me.
S&P futures are up 23, Dow futures ahead 159. This is CBS News.
If you need to hire, you need Indeed, because Indeed's all-in-one hiring solution helps you attract, interview, and hire candidates all from one place. Visit Indeed.com/credit.
Texting enrolls you into recurring automated text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Hey, Dan, how you doing? Haven't seen you around the gym for a while.
Yeah, I've really fallen off. Since I turned 40, I just don't get the results I used to get.
Could be lower testosterone, lower T. Yeah, I went through it a while back. Once you hit 40, your body has less free testosterone. I got Nugenix Total T, and it's made a huge difference for me.
I've seen that ad on TV.
Is it for real? Oh, yeah. The patented key ingredient
Alright.
is something called
The fact
testosterone.
is, more white people are killed each year by police than any other race.
That's right.
The issue, more African Americans are killed per capita than any other race.
Okay, you can do the percentage thing if you want to, because we're a lower number.
Right.
But obviously there are a hell of a lot more white folks shot, but it don't make the news because it's not. There's no political advantage to talk about it on the news. You can't sell on newspapers. People are not going to turn in to see. Oh, Leroy got shot. Okay, then.
I guarantee you, if they reported white crime and white death like they did for black people, changes will be made.
But there's a proportionality issue here, though. Why does 12% of the population, almost 11% of the population now, do almost 50% of the murders in this country? Why is that? And it's a lack of fathers. That's the only thing you can attribute it to. You got 1.7 million fathers who are not at home with their kids. Now, we ain't talking about being home with them. We're talking just not being involved with them. That's a lot of kids who grow up to be young adults. Like me, like you. And you did something stupid. I did something stupid. My dad wasn't here.
Los Angeles at number 2. And New York's rap star.
I used to steal 10 speeds, so I was pretty good at it. I saw your bike on your porch. It was
gone.
Yeah,
it was gone. It was gone. and you go in white neighborhood, that's all they did.
Yeah,
they left
it was
yard.
gone. I feel bad now. Hey, sorry about that, but hopefully you got over it.
So what I did was I used to volunteer at a museum, and in the office, this was like 96, 97, somewhere in there. 97, 98. One of the people in the office had a cell phone. So I stole the cell phone. So that was the misdemeanor. The felony was using the cell phone because it was going over wires. So, so they charged me with I got charged with
They find a way to charge a brother.
I got theft of property and theft of service. And the cell phone, I had to repay the cell phone bill, I had to repay court costs and restitution, and it came out to be like $1,300, $1,200.
Hey, you didn't do nothing that bad.
But I was 17 and I was 30 days away from my birthday, so they could have charged me as an adult.
That just deserved a big paddle.
But it changed my life. It's one of the things that changed my life.
Within the first day, ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free. Just go to this exclusive web address, ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com.
Interesting.
Yes.
High blood pressure, anxiety meds, everyone's on them. If you're a 50
I admit sometimes older people forget they did stupid crap too.
Yeah.
Everybody done did something.
They got this one judge. He's an older white guy. He a real compassionate guy. Like this one lady, she had some issues and she had a fine to pay and she had some court costs to pay. And he was like, "Well, how much money do you have right now?" And he's like, "Your Honor, I only have like $5. That's for me to get something to eat." And he was like, "Well, look, I'm gonna charge you $1 for all your crimes. So go to the court clerk out there, pay that $1 fine." She was in the hole for like $250. He said, "Go pay that $1 fine right now, and you keep your $4. Go find you something to eat with the $4. Pay the fine, and all your stuff will be wiped away." So he do compassionate stuff like that. It's amazing.
Now I just hope when people get that kind of treatment
that they take advantage of it.
Take advantage of
right.
it.
Right. And don't do it stupid stuff again. Yeah.
Don't miss Sean Hannity. Apparently, it airs live this afternoon at 2 p.m. on News Radio 1440.
And we are back. And of course, our state legislature has decided, because of the Carly Russell thing, that now we're going to come up with some more laws about false reporting. It's already a law about false reporting, but we need to make some more laws about false reporting. Already against the law to do that. So now we're going to come up with more laws. What do we need to do one day to have a legal? There's about 4,000 laws that they come up with every year, from the city council to the federal law. I mean, why don't you ever go back and look at some laws and maybe we need to do away with it? Now we have another law. and you never know about it until you accidentally do something stupid, or maybe not accidentally do something stupid, but you know, I mean, they can take one traffic stop, and you can walk away there with 10 charges. You know, so I guess they put enough on you, so they got to get you in one of them. 860-1440 is the number you want to get called up to talk to you. The Dark Knight here with me, Marcus. He's a Democrat, but he got a little sense though. So you
get phone call?
Yeah. Yeah. Good morning. Yeah. Well, I really don't care. You know, it doesn't change my checking account, and never changes for me, so I don't care if they get one. No, Nancy went into college worth $250,000. Now she's worth about $200 million. So I guess somebody got paid. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Well, listen. Evidently, her husband ain't as strong as she is, because he took an ass whooping in his own house.
You gotta go there.
Yeah, I guess so. We may need to figure out what's in him, because her husband he ain't too strong. I mean, you know. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm. Well, I really don't care who's the Speaker of the House. Yeah, yeah. No, no, wait a minute. I want to know how come they don't put the black guy in charge. What's his name? No, the Republican guy.
Oh, Biden?
Yeah.
What?
Oh, so why'd you agree?
He's just as dumb as the rest of them.
And what makes you think that?
He's a Republican.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know, listen, it's
Get him, mama.
It's not my party. I don't
Get him, mama.
care. You know. No. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. Uh-huh.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Who said it? Good morning. Who's this? Good.
Yeah. 75. What? Right. Right. You know, there are people out there that will actually believe that because you're in court that you are guilty. Because if you're not guilty, why are you here?
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. Appreciate it. Good morning. Who's this?
What's going on? How you doing?
Hey, they say why black folks call each other brother? Oh, I can't tell you. Call me later. I'll tell you the answer is. Okay. Well, they got the same problem we got sometimes. Right. Next, I don't know, but his trial won't start till next October. That's how the chair. Yeah. Well, yeah, but when we become like they did, then we're no better than they are. So Well, again, no, you need a trial. I mean, we do live in America still, although it's changing day to day, but we still live in America, and you know.
So let me get this straight. So what happened?
Well,
Right,
a young, in 19, I think it's 19, and he shot the big sheriff down in Greenville.
A white guy shot a black sheriff.
Yeah,
He moving the trial.
yeah, but Haynesville is a small. I mean, listen, do you want to give the guy a fair trial or not?
That's about right.
Yeah. No. Okay, where were you? Where were you? Well, but in America, you're innocent until proven guilty. I'm with you.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't know about all that. I just know that. Wait a minute. Wait a minute? Have you seen the picture of her? Because it looks like a he.
Come on, Kevin.
Listen, you see the picture? She looks like a man. I thought it was a guy in the newspaper.
What does that matter?
Because it goes to the mentality of people.
So she look like a man, she gonna do man things?
Isn't she?
Oh my God.
What true mother would shoot a guy with a baby in his arms? Okay, where she shot him at? She could have shot the baby.
It's not about whether it's not about whether that person is a male or female. It's just a person shot a person with a baby.
That's in Brattville, yeah.
Mm.
And what was the lineage of the shooter? What was the lineage of the shooter? Okay, that's a big word. Let me. What color was the woman that shot him? Yeah. Now the mayor ain't got nothing to do with this. Well, they keep moving up there, though. Yeah. Well, that's why they win, I guess. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. That's why the NFL was innovated. When Al Davis and the Ravens, they want to win. That's when Paul Brian started getting.
Now let's take this to the most logical conclusion. If we in fact will agree that black athletes are superior, and in most instances they are. Can we not agree that maybe the other side, maybe the other side is superior in certain things also?
Like what?
I ain't gonna go there, right?
Like what? Like what? No, like what?
Wait, I'm not gonna go
like
there.
What, Kevin?
I'm just
like what, Kevin?
We always okay. Wait a minute. We all
clean it up, Kevin. Clean it up. Clean it up, Kevin.
We always whining about. We always whining about America. Who came up with America?
You don't make things great.
I'm just saying, the idea, the ideology, the systems that have been put in. I mean, if we can't say that we are.
I can get the English really.
I'm just saying, if we agree that black athletes are superior to white athletes in most cases, that's certainly in the NFL.
You're saying that white folks are information.
I said there's a possibility that they.
Wait a minute.
Clean it up, boy. I said there is a possibility that that they access more of their left brain than black folks do.
Let me give you a lady.
I'm just asking the question. I'm not saying it's true. I'm just saying, but we cannot say we are superior in one instant and say nobody else is superior to us. Yeah. I'm just asking. I'm just putting forth a premise that maybe we're not as and we don't access our left brain and give it bigger.
Well, let me
I'm just asking the question. Anyway, see you later. Appreciate it. I'm just asking the question. That's all.
Let me hit you with a little bit.
Yeah.
So we got the Declaration of Independence, the Constitution from where? What idea is that?
Well, now, Greek, I believe.
I'm glad you said that.
Yeah. You're a white guy.
Wait. They got Declaration of Independence, the ideas of the Constitution from the Magna Carta.
Right, man.
Magna Carta go back and then we get the ideas from the Magna Carta. They got it from maybe the Greeks. Right. And when the Greeks get that philosophy from?
They came up with it.
Or they just came away.
Yeah.
Aristotle and those guys didn't go to Egypt and get that stuff. Come on. So the intellectual things that we have came from where?
Well, everything came from someplace.
Well, it came from Egypt. The land of the dark places, which used to be Kemet, but they changed to Egypt.
If what you say is true,
okay.
We're not there today. Why is there so much disarray? And that if the intelligence is there, instinctive intelligence is there, why are there so many fires?
In Africa, they parked it up like 50.
So the white man was so superior, he went to a country and a continent and carved it all up and made it.
I cannot get into the details of that.
Okay.
But what I can say is they went over there and massacred people to get to it.
And we massacring people over here.
Look at King Leopold II. Look up.
Well, can we bring it to the 20th century?
In order to, if you don't learn from the past, you're into the future. And what's going on?
And if you look at the past too long, you're never going to go forward.
The reason why we keep looking at the past is because people still doing things that. Okay, so there's this thing that says that the KKK attributed more white goods for. Okay, it's still the same thing. So we got until we fix this. We're never going to.
And how are we supposed to fix it? Should we stay in school? Of course. Should we learn something? Should we learn how to use our left side of our brain as opposed to the emotional side of it? I mean, there's some things that are within our purview to change things.
Education is very important. We all agree on
logic and reason.
Right. Education is very important. Yeah. Educated society is a society that can.
And do we not have more black folks in America more educated now than English and America? Yes, yes, we do. Are we looking forward?
As black people?
Yeah. Okay. That's wonderful. Anyway, let's take a break. We'll be back.
That's a loaded question, bro. You walked me into that one. Hey, URLs. Yes, he does believe this stuff. He does believe it. It's a heart issue. Simply treat people the way you want to be treated. All else will go.
Oh, that sounds good. That sounds really good. That just
is that the golden rule?
Wait a minute. Here.
Is that the golden rule?
Wait a minute. I got tears coming down my eyes every time I hear that. People don't really treat people that way.
Well, they should.
They should. That ain't. There's fantasy, and then there's reality.
One of the reasons why this country can never move forward is because there are people out there that don't want this country to move forward.
They are in America. I think white folks are we have this relationship. Who beat the dog? You come to my house, my dog bites you. I beat the hell out of that dog for a couple of minutes. You are right on. But ever since you've been to my house a year ago, every time you see me, I'm beating the hell out of the dog to bite you a long time ago. After a while, we are on the dog side. even though the dog bit me. And that's us. That's our relationship in America right now. We keep beating the hell out of white folks for something that none of that has anything to do with you. Oh my God. That's just the way I feel about it. We keep beating the dog.
Because there are white people. Okay, just like you say, well, or just like most people say, when you see black folks, you see the culture, and you see, good black folks get lumped in with bad black folks, which is wrong. But it is wrong that good white people get lumped in with bad white people. Because there are people out there that are systematically trying to hinder blacks, Asians, Hispanics, everybody that's not white.
But tell me who? Martin Luther King said it was a big lie to make that. Somebody said you can't keep a man down unless you want to stay down there with him. Right. And who do you know wants to keep black folks down?
There are people out there.
Give me somebody's name.
Ted Cruz.
Ted Cruz. You want Ted Cruz? He's trying to keep them down.
So there are people out there that lump in poor white people with black people. And so poor white people with black people. So Medicare. Do you know why there's a loophole in Medicare? I think it's Medicare or Medicaid. But we could have got universal Medicare a long time ago. But the reason why we don't have it is because they say no. If you give it to everybody, black folk will benefit. So they came up with this part of Medicare to where you had to pay a copay because they understood poor whites and all blacks couldn't pay that copay.
Do you really believe that?
That's true.
Do you really believe that in the year 2023 that somebody doesn't want to give us access because
they don't want to? Right. There are people out there that don't want to. When they created the GI Bill, who did it benefit more? They restricted black folks from getting it. I understand that. They were wrong. And it's the same thing with Medicare. Like we could have got universal Medicare, but because they knew black folks were going to benefit from it.
Show me that right. Show me somewhere where they say that. That is hyperbole. Because you can't, under the Constitution of the United States, I realize we believe that too. But give me some proof.
I got to find it.
You're going to be looking all day to find that. You Democrats got too many people.
You don't believe it. Once I found it.
You know what I need you to do? Because I need some stuff. I'm going to call you. I'm going to send it. Tell me what you think about it. So you're confusing evil with smart. Cunning with intellect. Well, you got to be overly intellectual to be cunning. You got to know how to manipulate people. It takes a little brain to do that. One thing about y'all don't believe this stuff. Most of us in America are where we are because of our own decisions. And I would agree with that. So I'm not. I mean, some of us, you went to school, you become educated, you went past. I didn't do all that. I'm not being limited, but what you have done, you have a right to make more money than me. You have a right to live better than I do. Because you put in your own.
So, and that's why, and this is something I tell my kids, like, because we are who we are, because they see us the way they see us, black folk got to be 10 times better just to be considered average. Because if you put us on a level playing field, they always side against us.
But the people who put it to work, it's on the black people.
I agree with you on that.
We can't win the losing. Hey, good morning, everybody. Hey, thank you for tuning in. Our numbers are 860-4240. Want to get you love to talk to you. You can text me 241-9998. Before I get back to my guest, let's have a serious talk for a second. And it's about a killer. And it's a killer named fentanyl. Did you know that more than 1,400 Alabamans died in 2021 from drug overdoses? It's time to have the conversation about substance abuse. Hope is real, and recovery is real. If you are a family member or a friend of suffering from substance abuse disorder, call for counsel on substance abuse and COSA now. 262-1629. That's 334-262-1629. Or go to COSA, NCADV.org. That's COSA, NCADV.org. Let's get some help today. Call COSA, 334-262-1629, and get the help you need. I'm not serious about too many things, but this right here, yeah, it's pet peeve of mine. Right? We need to do something about it. 860-14 is the number you want to get fell into. This is right. It is at 8:30 in the morning. Good morning on there. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
I'm fine.
Good.
Yeah. Mm. Mm-hmm. 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 Mm. Okay. Mm. Yeah. All right. Ed, I had enough. I had enough. I appreciate it. Yeah, I appreciate it. You get me? I got If you need to know there's a higher power than you, and you folks are. Anyway, it's time for you. Anyway, I guess is Demarcus. Anyway, so what else is going on today?
So let me tell you. Yeah. Let me tell you why. Well, what's going to happen? So right now the GOP is trying to decide on who they want to send up to speak. And they had 9 candidates that went back out to another topic. So in Byron Donalds of Florida is one. So what they're trying to do now is they're gonna do some in-house voting, like they're gonna do a contest. They're trying to figure out who they bring out to the forefront. Now they can select anybody because it's 222 of them, and all you need is 218. of 217 votes. Whoever becomes speaker, they got 34 days to fund the government because the continuing resolution expires November 17th. They don't want to do it. I think, in my conspiracy theory is, I think the Republicans want to shut the government. They don't want to do it because if they wanted to, they could have easily selected the speaker, got that money to Israel and all the other stuff, but they don't want to do it. They don't want to do it, but they did not want to do the continuing resolution. So that's why they removed Kevin McCarthy, because they did not want to do it. They want to set the government down. They want to destroy the economy. They can go out there and say Joe Biden is this, that, and the other, and put Trump in the office. And this is why, even if they get a speaker today, which I doubt, but even if they get a speaker today, they still got to deal with that Israel money, because Biden said, I want $108 billion. I want some to go to Israel, I want some to go to Ukraine. But they're saying, no, split these bills up. We want to vote on all this stuff separately. If we want to give the money to Israel, but we don't want to give the money to Ukraine. So that's going to come to a loggerhead. So you know what? Let's get done with that. Because the administration is saying we want this money for Israel and Ukraine, and the House is saying no. And the House is only by itself. It's 1/3 of the president. They still have to go to the Senate and the president. And so because they can't get that straight, nothing's going to get done on that. And so they got to come to a compromise. They don't have to work with Democrats. And here we go with the continuing resolution. A lot of Republicans don't want to do a continuing resolution. They want to vote on each bill separate instead of doing the omnibus bill. They want to vote on all 12 bills separate. That's not going to fly either. So even if they did vote on every single bill separately, they still got to get the Democrats in the Senate to approve it. So the Republicans in the House can try all they want to get something done. It's not going to get done. And that's when you get a government shutdown, because Republicans think they control everything, and they've done it. And they are unwilling to compromise. Okay. Yeah. Sometimes you got to shut the government down. You see what I'm talking about, people? This is one thing.
The government shut down. They belong to the military sometimes. We can say they still pay. And first of all, it's a lie. Everybody gets paid. As soon as they say, as soon as the formality of the budget comes out, everybody gets paid. Nobody loses any money. Not the contract. They do not get paid. They do not get paid. They tell me the real job. Everybody else gets paid. Okay, sorry about that.
Everybody in the government gets paid. And they get their back pay.
Exactly. So what we lying
when
about?
I was in the Marine Corps, we had that government shutdown for about 30+ days, and we were not going to get paid. We were not going to get paid. But what
get paid eventually.
But what happened was, the federal said, we're going to pay all of our members of the federal credit union. We're going to pay them because we know once you guys get paid, we're going to keep that money. So the government was not going to pay us. And I was in uniform. Okay. But the bank paid us because they knew once they figured it out, then we'd get out of it.
Okay. What if I told you that a medical autopsy was performed on George Floyd, and they said that he did not die? That the whole trial of that. Now, I think nobody liked what we saw. Nobody liked what we saw. But what we saw was the laws in America, the whole complex, the whole atmosphere in America changed during that time. We had Black Lives Matter. There's so many things going on in America at that time. So many people lost their lives. I'm going to listen to something about Tucker Carlson.
Oh my God, this guy, come on, anybody but Tucker Carlson.
The truth is the truth. Does it really make sense? It make it really sense. Who said it? I just want you to listen to something for a second, and you tell me if you don't believe the guy, you don't believe the guy. And that's just, but he made a compelling speech about this. I'm trying to do some of this. There we go. Okay. But that. Okay, okay. Wait a minute. What he is saying, okay, let me they did an autopsy on him. Okay, I'm getting some started. A lady who did the autopsy called the district attorney and said, during this time of his trial, said he did not die the way you guys said he died. He said when he died, when they say now when you die, whatever state you're in, it's the state you're in. He said his throat was, his airway was not blocked or anything like that. So they believe that because of the political pressures of that time, they wanted it to be. Well, again, listen to him, and if it don't make sense, you don't make sense.
It don't make sense.
Okay, listen. Now, when they say natural causes, well, I don't know about natural causes. Of course, having fentanyl in your system don't help. I mean, I would agree. I think sometimes we use the word OD and narcotics in ways that send a wrong message. Could they contribute to it? Probably. If you're on drugs can contribute to everything. I mean, you can't go on national news and say this unless you've got something to back it up.
So you're saying he's right because he did that on the air? And Tucker Carlson was fired for lying on air? Come on, bro. Come on.
We can prove this. And first of all,
I got some right here. Wait.
No, you okay?
With the truth.
This is a black guy right here. I'm gonna let him go.
That don't make him right.
This what he said.
No, you don't.
He did do that. No, I mean they funded uh, the, the the thing that has something to do with this virus. I mean, we did. We fund. It's called what they call it. They kept calling it what do they call it? They funded it. This lab, American dollars funded this lab.
They didn't fund the what's it, fentanyl or coke? You know, yeah, we funded the lab, not COVID.
They made stuff in the lab that we funded. If we didn't have the money, if they didn't have the money, that's China. They can come over and they don't pay nobody all nothing anyway. They come over whenever they want to. And what does she know about hip hop? Okay. I don't think I'm gonna take my hip hop direction from Kamala Harris.
All right, this is from the New York Times. The cause of death, according to private autopsy, was medical asphyxiation.
What date was that?
And a manner of death was homicide. Wait a minute. Okay. The criminal complaint said that the autopsy revealed no physical findings that support a diagnosis of traumatic asphyxiation or strangulation. He was not strangled with a hand around his neck or even a knee on his neck. He was strangled because they put pressure on the man's lungs by putting a knee on his back. And it didn't help. It didn't help that George Floyd had fentanyl in his system or whatever drugs in his system. It didn't help. And it didn't help that he had a coronary artery disease and he had hypertension. So what killed him? What killed him, what exacerbated his death, was those guys, was those guys putting the knee on his back and not lifting up. Every time, how about this? Right now, we all have medical issues, but you're not in a state to where you can pass away right now, right? Okay. But if I was to put you on the ground and put a knee in your back continuously for however long, you're gonna stop breathing sooner or later. Whatever issues that you have are gonna be heightened.
But the public sentiment is that Chauvin, whatever his name was,
Chauvin, yeah,
he put his knee on his neck and caused his
Well,
death.
nobody. We saw the video. He did not put his knee on his neck. He sped the man's death forward by doing what he did.
Says who?
Says his knee.
Yeah, but I'm saying with all that going wrong with him, anything could have happened to him.
True, but that don't make it okay for the man to put his knee on his back and not let up, even though he was restrained by 4 officers.
Let me take the. Good morning. Who's this? Yes.
Thank you. He did.
Mm-hmm. Mm. Oh, listen, I don't think anybody who looked at that day was pleased with what they saw. But my thing is that was it politics though? But was it a political persecution considering the time that it was, or did he actually cause the man's death, or did the man die because of the issues he was having?
It was not political prosecution or persecution. Okay. He caused that man's death. He sped that man forward. Let's just say that day George Floyd was gonna die. Mm-hmm. Let's say he was gonna die at 10 p.m. that night. But instead, because of what happened with Chauvin, he died at 6. Chauvin killed that man. Yes. But you come up and tell a blatant lie like he didn't cause that man's death, and you expect us to eat that?
Now listen, the lady who sent this report to the prosecutor. All right,
thank you, sir.
Appreciate it. I'm not a medical person. I don't know. I can't even spell medical sometimes. Anyway, let us take a break. But aren't we in a place in America today where the law be doggone? Let's get to the political end. It seems to me that law is taking a chair a step back because of the political generation.
No, it's not. And I would say this. I gotta go back to Trump using that as an example. The reason why the law is prevailing is because Donald Trump, in his instance, he's the first president to go through this much scrutiny as far as the crimes that he's allegedly committed.
It wasn't a crime.
Allegedly committed.
The man's got a right to say what he thinks.
And so we have to make
sure.
What crime did he do? We got 91 charges.
You can charge a ham sandwich.
Oh, here we go with that. The man got 91 charges.
You can charge a ham sandwich. Let me ask you something. Why would so many people, now we believe in law and order, most of us do. Why do you believe people like me and other people, many people say, we're going to support this guy. We believe in law and order. Why do you believe that so many people, the first time in history, a long time, that we don't believe God is guilty of the persecution that they are heaping upon him? What do you think?
Because a lot of you guys don't believe that the crimes that he committed are in fact crimes.
I don't believe it. No.
These blue collar issues are something that, this is not a crime.
A man's got a right to say that he's been cheated.
That's not just the only crime. He wasn't charged 91 times with just saying that. He held on to documents that they tried to get back to him for a year.
Now the document thing, he was a man up on that.
Okay, so let's just take away everything else.
But put the guy in the White House in jail too then. Because he did
that's a difference between Trump and Biden. Collaborated. Well, Biden collaborated. He gave it back.
That's Charlie should have did the document back. But maybe he was confused. We'll be back.
Going to jail.
He should have get it done. I don't get that one.
When they were going back and forth and saying, hey, president, we need these documents.
Yeah, he should
have gave it back. And what they've done, just like I think with Clinton and with
Obama, deserve to go to jail for it.
Well, okay, does he deserve to go to jail for it?
He's the only one that did it. Biden's done it. But you're right. He should have given the guy. But here's another, I'm going to have to give Trump a pass on a lot of things, only because he didn't know how that system works.
He had people around to make him vote.
I agree. But maybe he picked the wrong people.
So what does that say about his leadership?
Well, wait. Somebody picked me. Wait a minute. First, I picked me for a couple of things that ain't work. That was a reflection on that. That don't mean he was wrong. He was a bad person. He put me in one people probably was gonna go.
Your case, going in. Hey, this guy is a very conservative guy, and you go back and forth over Tuesday. If you want to get a call in, you have to tune in to News Radio 1440, Kevin Elkins, News Radio 1440, Montgomery, Alabama. You can go search it and listen to it online, and you can hear the callers online. As far as right now on TikTok, we're just going to hear he and I go back and forth. Right now we're on a commercial break, so we got about 11 minutes before. We got about 11 minutes to start over with. So, Vince, thanks for going in. You okay? Thanks for joining. I can tell you, sometimes I can't. I hear what you guys are saying, and I see what you guys are writing, and I want to respond, but I'm on the radio, so I can't stop and respond. But I'm glad you guys stuck it on. I don't get that, okay? How long you do it? So that's your group. I don't understand that. You asked me how long I served in the military. I was in the Marine Corps for 15 years. From 2000 to 2016. So I think with what I was going to say was Obama and Clinton, what they did is they would open up a building or office near their retirement area and say, hey, we're going to put all those documents in this area. So if you want to see them for your book writing or whatever, you can go. And I think we're going to do the same thing with Trump. Say, hey, Trump, we'll build buy a building close by Florida, somewhere in Florida, Mar-a-Lago, and you can see these and have access to them. We didn't want to give them back. You just didn't want to give them back.
Yeah,
that's why he's Trump.
That's a damn good. But I believe that we owe. The Bible says, "Give honor to whom honor is due." Mm-hmm. I believe we owe him a little leeway.
We don't owe him a little leeway
because he was the president of the United States. And I think, but he's never been a politician. He's been a boss. And I think there has to be bosses are used to telling people what to do and having it done, else you don't get paid. Right? But he had a lot of, and I think he still has a hard time figuring out. Leadership is the ability to persuade people to come your way. He never had to be a leader, but we put him in office anyway. He's always been a boss. And bossing people who can't get fired by you, well, you can't get fired, but it's not. It's a long journey. I just think we ought to give him some grace because he just. I mean, 80 million people voted for that guy, so we all ain't wrong. We all are not wrong for voting for him. We saw and we still see something. Because right now, I look at this as political persecution into the nth degree. They don't like him. He talks to them. He does. He's kind of juvenalistic in the way he does things sometimes. But I like what he stands for. He stands for making America first. And I'm all for that.
There were. So this guy, if you're going to be president of the United States, you hold that person to a higher standard because they're setting the table for America.
Okay, so if you hold the president to a higher standard, shouldn't he have more privileges?
In some instances, no.
Why not?
Well, no, you get the power of the presidency, so that's your leeway.
Okay.
But you also have a commitment to the American people to do the right thing.
And we are back. My Tuesday guest is with us. DeMarcus.
Hey, so presidents, we did not have any political experience.
81, I was okay.
Presidents with no political experience. Donald Trump, of course.
Yeah.
Dwight Eisenhower.
Okay, but Eisenhower was a leader of the military.
You said no political experience.
Well, that's politics in the military, brother. You know,
I know that. I know that.
Okay.
Dwight Eisenhower, did you see this one? Okay. William Howard Taft, Herbert Hoover. Herbert Hoover was a businessman. Okay. Like Trump. Yeah. Okay. He was a businessman. He made his money in business. Zachary Taylor. Okay. And again, a businessman, not he didn't facilitate it, but the bigger Christian happened to that Hoover project. Right?
But again, business then and business now.
It doesn't matter.
I mean, the principles of business stay the same, right? But the environment doesn't.
Oh, I agree.
Okay. And so we happen to do business a different kind of way. I mean, Trump used to always tell us he had to pay this person off in New York, this person off in New York, which ought to have been, which should have been illegal. But you had to do certain things in order to keep business moving. And right or wrong, that's the system that they conjured up.
But you don't take that into the White House. You just don't. And you got to know you're a grown man. You're a grown man. So don't give me that. You got people around you. The cabinet is not constitutional. George Washington said, hey, I don't know everything about everything. So I need to put people around me that can focus on this so I can go and make a sound decision. We have Jefferson State. We have Hamilton at Treasury. So that way, those guys can only focus on that. And then come to him, he can make an ultimate decision. Trump was put in place, and he put people around him that he said were great people, and then he went out and disparaged them all. So he put them in there. So what they were supposed to do is be experts in their field. They can come and give him advice and advise them. That's what the chief of staff is for. That's what the White House counsel is for. The White House counsel is not Trump's lawyer. He's the lawyer of the presidency. Yeah, so you have people in there who say, hey, listen, we know you don't know, so here's what we're going to tell you. This is how we're going to. He has not been perfect. And absolutely. And you still give them passes. But again, tell me why you believe that there are people of some significant intelligence who still support him. Why do you think that is? You have a man of privilege. He came from privilege. He got his start on $1 million quote unquote loan to the father. I'm not right. So you got people out there that thinks he's like the Robin Hood of this country. That he's a rich man and he knows the system. So because he knows the system, he can go and fix it. So a lot of people believe and he was rich enough to say, hey, I can go in and fix the system because I've abused the system. I know how. So people come to that passion. So that's what got him into. I don't think that's simple. Good morning on air. Let me out. No idea what you're talking about, so go ahead. No, we were talking about the documents down in Florida. We're not talking about what happened in Georgia. Where? I don't understand the question. Yeah, because she was trying to get elected too down there, talking about she's got cheated. Yeah. Oh, Stacey Abrams. Yeah. That's fine. Trump is fine for saying that the system was rigged and the election was rigged. That's freedom of speech. But the problem is he had people. No, hey, be quiet for a second, sir. He had people go out there and actually try to do it. That's the problem. They tried to use influence. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with using influence when they commit crimes? Campaigning is influence. So why did Chesborough plead guilty? He's a don't say it. He's a guy that don't have no gonad. Oh my goodness. Okay, that's why he's a wuss. That's why he did it. Anyway, now my time is I hate people who don't fight. I just can't. So you said Chesborough didn't fight? No. Because Chesborough is a lawyer and knew they were messing up. That's why a lot of those guys wanted pardons at the end of. Then he's a dumb lawyer. If he's a lawyer, he can't figure out how to get around that. I'm so glad you said that. And Trump hired him.
He's a dumb lawyer. Well, he had a dumb lawyer.
And Trump hired him.
Yeah, let's get. We'll be back tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm out of here. Y'all take care, right? I'm out.
If you're a lawyer and you can't beat another lawyer, you crazy.
Hey, Trump hired that
Trump
no joke man lawyer.
Trump didn't hire smart people. I thought he did.
What does that say about him?
I got you, but he still believes that America should be first, and I'm with him on that. Stop giving everybody our stuff. Stop letting them steal dinners over and give it the wet wipe.
So what you're saying is,